Chapter 699. Golden Corpse Pill King Humph. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Bai Wu snorted coldly and pushed out his palm as well. Pa! In the next moment, the two palms collided and a crisp sound rang out. Hee hee, do you think you can repel me? I have to say, you are too naive. The corners of Bai Wu's mouth curled up, and he smiled evilly. The strength of a manifestation realm martial artist is not to be trifled with. The reason why you were able to force me back just now was because of me. Before Bai Wu could finish his evil smile, he felt a sweet taste in his throat, and he suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood. The ignorant are fearless. Ning Yu sneered. Do you think I'm that stupid? To tell you the truth, you're in big trouble now. Humph! What trouble could I possibly have? Bai Wu wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and snorted coldly. Xiao! Ning Yu looked at Bai Wu as if he was looking an idiot. Then, he rose from the ground and flew into the distance at a shocking speed. Where are you going? Seeing that Ning Yu wanted to leave, Bai Wu's eyes turned cold, and he immediately rushed out, intending to chase after Ning Yu. Rumble. However, before Bai Wu could leave, the ground under his feet suddenly caved in. The ground caved in so suddenly that Bai Wu did not even have time to react before he fell into the crack. Whoosh! Whoosh! Just as Bai Wu entered the crack, two figures suddenly appeared from the void. Silver Winged Dragon, Twin-Horned Beast. Of these two figures, one was a silver winged dragon, the other a twin-horned beast. Half-step manifestation, realm demonic beast. Bai Guang, who had already gained the upper hand, was momentarily stunned when he saw the two behemoths that suddenly appeared. Pucci! It was this brief moment of blankness that caused Bai Guang to suffer greatly. Mu Feng and the people from Danwu College seized the opportunity and blasted out their strongest moves in unison, blasting at the location of Bai Guang's heart. Fortunately, Bai Guang slightly moved his body to the side at the critical moment. Otherwise, with so many people and so many powerful moves, it was enough to blast through his heart. But even so, Bai Guang suffered heavy injuries as well, and his aura dropped to the freezing point. Because Bai Guang's aura dropped to the freezing point, Mu Feng easily controlled him. Mu Feng escorted Bai Guang to Ning Yu's side and asked, how should we deal with it? Hand him over to Senior Silver-Winged Dragon and Senior Twin-Horned Beast, Ning Yu said. All right. Mu Feng did not hesitate in the slightest as he kicked Bai Guang's buttocks, sending him in front of the Silver-Winged Dragon. Ning Yu, there's nothing left for you to do here. You can leave the cave for now. Wait for the Twin-Horned Beast and I to devour these two manifestation realm cultivators before coming to find you. The Silver-Winged Dragon's eyes were filled with passion. If they devoured the two creation realm martial artists, their strength would increase by at least 1 or 2 levels. Senior Silver-Winged Dragon, Bai Wu and Bai Guang, are both manifestation realm martial artists. You guys be more careful, Ning Yu reminded. Actually, it was not surprising that Ning Yu was worried. After all, the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast were both half-step manifestation realm cultivation, while Bai Wu and Bai Guang were manifestation realm cultivation. You can rest assured, with the array formation around, these two pieces of trash can't stir up too much of a storm, the Silver-Winged Dragon said impatiently. All right then, you guys be careful. Ning Yu dropped this sentence, then gave Ouyang Luan a look. Immediately, he rose from the ground and dashed straight out of the cave. Originally, Mu Feng still wanted to say something, but seeing Ning Yu leave, he swallowed the words that were at the tip of his tongue back into his stomach. Mu Feng was the old ancestor of Danwu College. With him leaving, there was no need for the remaining people to stay either. Go! Hence, old ancestor Jiu Mo gave a low cry, then brought the numerous Danwu College martial artists and followed behind Mu Feng. Swish! 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 After 3 or 4 minutes, several figures continuously dashed out of the cave entrance. As soon as they came out, Mu Feng voiced out his worry. Ning Yu, there are more than a dozen Corpse sect martial artists in the cave. I don't know if the two manifestation realm demonic beasts can handle them. As soon as they came out, Ning Yu said in a deep voice, almost. In fact, Ning Yu trusted the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast more. After all, the barrier that they had set up could easily block manifestation realm martial artists for several minutes. Just based on this point, the array that they had spent almost an hour to set up should be very powerful. Moreover, Bai Guang was already seriously injured. Even if they did not use the array formation, the silver-winged dragon could easily kill him. As for Bai Wu, he was more difficult to deal with. Suddenly, Yanglun's voice sounded in the area. Ningyu, the people from the imperial family are still in the cave. Swish! Everyone from Danwu College, including Ningyu, looked at Yanglun. I know the people from the imperial family are still in the cave. Ningyu frowned slightly and said, the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast shouldn't be able to do anything to them. Shouldn't? Yanglun was slightly stunned, and a look of disappointment appeared on his face. You should recover as soon as possible. Don't ask about other things. Ningyu waved his hand and signaled Yanglun to find a place to rest. In fact, after controlling Yanglun, Ningyu did not want the experts from the imperial family to die in the cave. Although Ba and the others were only Manifestation Realm and Peak Inyang Realm, they were the backbone of the imperial family and controlled most of the imperial family's forces. As the ancestor of the imperial family, Yanglun would definitely not do many things by himself. He would only be the one to enjoy the resources. All right, Yanglun was very helpless. He had already made a heavenly oath that he must absolutely obey Ningyu within a year. Otherwise, Ningyu could kill him at any time. At this critical moment, Yanglun naturally did not dare to disobey Ningyu's order. Ningyu, why don't you let them go back to Danwu College first? I'm afraid that the people from the Corpse Yin sect will attack Danwu College. Mufeng thought for a moment and felt that it was better to let ancestor Jiumo take everyone back to the capital and Danwu College first. The Corpse Yin sect had a total of 5 manifestation realm martial artists. In addition to the sect master, there were also 4 heavenly kings. In this battle of the Panlong Ridge, the Corpse Yin sect only sent 2 heavenly kings. Mufeng was afraid that the other 2 heavenly kings would sneak into the capital and Danwu College. Now was the time when Danwu College was at its weakest. Even if only 1 heavenly king went there, it would be a disaster for Danwu College, let alone 2 heavenly kings. Old Dean, if there's anything else, you can go back first. I'll take care of things here. Ningyu said, all right, I'll go back with you. Mufeng did not stand on ceremony with Ningyu. He said goodbye to Ningyu, then directly tore open the void and entered it. Ningyu will meet at Danwu College. Ancestor Jiumo cupped his fists at Ningyu. Then his figure flashed and disappeared in the blink of an eye. As for the rest of the Danwu Academy's martial artists, they did not linger here either. Very quickly, they all withdrew. I wonder who it was. Not long after Mufeng and the others left, Ningyu found a stone and sat down. However, just as Ningyu was about to say something to himself, his eyes revealed a trace of seriousness. Chapter 700. Head of the Heavenly Kings, Jie. I'm not afraid to tell you who I am. I am the head of the Corpse Sect's 4 heavenly kings, the Golden Corpse Pill King. Crash! When the evil laughter ended, a black figure came out from the void and steadily appeared in front of Ningyu. Golden Corpse Pill King. Looking at the black figure that suddenly appeared, before Ningyu could say anything, Yanglun stood up from the ground. As an ancestor of the imperial family, Yanglun knew of the Corpse Sect's 4 heavenly kings, just like Mufeng. Bai Wu and Bai Guang were only ranked 3rd and 4th among the 4 heavenly kings. The 3rd and 4th ranked heavenly kings were already so powerful, so one could imagine how powerful the 1st ranked heavenly king was. Moreover, the most important thing was that the Golden Corpse Pill King not only reached the peak of the initial stage of the creation realm, but his soul force was also at the middle stage of the 8th grade. In this state, the Golden Corpse Pill King's overall strength was abnormally powerful. This is troublesome. Yanglun's expression was extremely grave, and his heart sank to the bottom. Yanglun was very clear that even at his peak, he was not a match for the Golden Corpse Pill King. Not to mention that he was seriously injured now, and his strength was not even 1/10 of his peak. As for Ningyu, Ouyang didn't even put his hopes on him. Back in the cave, Ningyu was very powerful and controlled the barrier array. But this was outside the cave, and there was no array or barrier. Ouyang knew that Ningyu couldn't even block one move from the Golden Corpse Pill King. I didn't think that someone would recognize me. The Golden Corpse Pill King smiled and shifted his gaze to Ouyang. Seeing Ouyang, the Golden Corpse Pill King was slightly startled and said in a clear voice, "No wonder you recognize me. So it is the ancestor of the great Xia Kingdom's imperial family, Ouyang. If there are no accidents, you guys should also be going to the capital. Since we're going the same way, let's go together. What you said is under the premise that there are no accidents. Unfortunately, there are some accidents now." Ningyu stopped Ouyang from continuing and signaled him to rest first. The Golden Corpse Pill King was indeed powerful, so powerful that Ningyu didn't have the confidence to block one move from him. Therefore, the urgent matter at hand was for Ouyang to recuperate as soon as possible and then delay the Golden Corpse Pill King. As long as he could delay the Golden Corpse Pill King for a period of time, the Silver Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast would be able to come out of the cave. At that time, they might even be able to kill the Golden Corpse Pill King. Oh, the Pill King raised an eyebrow. "I'd like to see what kind of mishaps can occur. All of you come out." Ningyu didn't answer the Golden Corpse Pill King's question. Instead, he waved his hand and shouted, "Whoosh! Whoosh!" Following Ningyu's shout, the sound of two figures tearing through the void was heard. Dark Emperor, Red Devil. Hearing Ningyu's instructions, the Dark Emperor and the Red Devil did not hesitate at all and immediately dashed out of the storage ring. Spiritual body? The Golden Corpse Pill King determined the Red Devil's true identity the moment he laid eyes on him. He was a spirit body of a magic treasure. What? It's actually a purple gold sky devouring hound. However, the Golden Corpse Pill King's astonishment didn't last for long before his gaze was attracted by the Dark Emperor. The Golden Corpse Pill King was the leader of the 4 heavenly kings of the Corpse sect. He was very familiar with the giant skeleton in the treasure vault of the headquarters. In other words, he was the one who killed the skeleton when it was alive. Ha ha! This is truly a case of wearing out iron shoes in fruitless searching, only to find it by chance. After confirming that the Dark Emperor was the purple gold sky devouring hound, the Golden Corpse Pill King raised his head and laughed maniacally. Whoosh! The Golden Corpse Pill King didn't waste any more time. He rose from the ground and charged toward the Dark Emperor. There is only one thought in the Golden Corpse Pill King's mind, and that was to capture the Dark Emperor as soon as possible. A living purple gold sky devouring hound that had reached the Yin-Yang stage was an extremely valuable asset to the Corpse Yin sect and to him. My cultivation is currently at the peak of the initial stage of manifestation. As long as I can refine and devour this purple gold sky devouring hound, I have a high chance of advancing to the intermediate stage of manifestation. As the Golden Corpse Pill King flew, he thought to himself, once I advance to the intermediate stage of manifestation, even the sect master won't be able to do anything to me. Attack! Seeing the Golden Corpse Pill King charging toward the Dark Emperor, Ningyu's expression turned extremely solemn. He yelled and immediately threw out a punch. Chi-chi! The punch that Ningyu threw out was extremely fast. It was so fast that it appeared in front of the Golden Corpse Pill King in an instant, blocking his path. Child's play. The Golden Corpse Pill King clearly didn't take Ningyu's punch seriously. He waved his sleeve and a cold light shot out. Boom! The cold light and the fist light collided, and, as expected, the fist light dissipated into thin air. As for the cold light, it turned around and attacked Hong Mo, who was about to attack. Ding! Luckily, the cold light wasn't at its peak. Otherwise, Hong Mo wouldn't have been able to block it. Even so, the Red Devil still suffered heavy injuries, and his body fell backward. Puffed! Hong Mo spat out a mouthful of fresh blood, and his aura dropped to the freezing point. Sigh. I really don't know where you guys get your courage from. One is Yin-Yang intermediate stage, and the other is initial yin-yang realm. I can kill people like you with one finger. The Golden Corpse Pill King sighed. Since you guys want to die, don't blame me. Wait till I catch this purple gold sky devouring hound. Then it will be your time to die. Roar. Seeing that the Golden Corpse Pill King was about to reach him, the Dark Emperor roared into the sky, and his body instantly grew several times bigger. Io, so your real body is so big. But unfortunately, even if you grow several times bigger, you still won't be my match. The Golden Corpse Pill King didn't seem to have any intention of slowing down. In the blink of an eye, he arrived in front of the Golden Corpse Pill King. Bang! The next moment, the Golden Corpse Pill King threw out a punch that landed on the Dark Emperor's chest. The huge force from his chest caused the Dark Emperor's body to fall backward. At the same time, the Dark Emperor grimaced in pain. His aura quickly dropped to initial yin-yang realm, then yuan-dan realm. After defeating the Dark Empress, Ouyang moved to grab the Dark Emperor. Golden Corpse Pill King. To think that you only have this little ability. At this moment, Ningyu's cold snort rang in the Golden Corpse Pill King's ears. The piercing voice caused the Golden Corpse Pill King to stop in his tracks and turn his head to look. This scene caused the Golden Corpse Pill King to be dumbfounded. Impossible. The Golden Corpse Pill King didn't expect that Ningyu and the Red Devil, who were severely injured just now, could recover to their peak states so quickly. One had to know that even a peak yin-yang realm martial artist might not be able to recover so quickly after being hit by his move, let alone Ningyu and the Red Devil. Nothing is impossible. Ningyu's expression was indifferent without any emotions. The Golden Corpse Pill King didn't know why Ningyu could recover so quickly, but Ningyu was very clear. Holy Chi. Chapter 701. Bloodline Awakening. Good, very good. Originally, I wanted to leave your corpses intact and refine you into corpse puppets. Now, it looks like there's no need for that at all. The Golden Corpse Pill King was the head of the Corpse Insect's 4 heavenly kings after all. He was at the peak of the early stage manifestation realm, so he reacted very quickly. The 2 martial artists in front of him were only at the early stage and mid-stage yin-yang realm. Even if their recovery abilities were extremely powerful, it was of no use. Whoosh! In the next moment, the Golden Corpse Pill King unleashed all of his aura and suppressed Ningyu. Swoosh! Feeling the powerful aura emitted by the Golden Corpse Pill King, the Red Devil's figure flashed and merged with the Red Devil sword. At the same time, a powerful aura emitted from the Red Devil sword and collided with the Golden Corpse Pill King's aura. Chi-chi! The two collided and produced a sizzling sound. The aura emitted by the Red Devil sword did not even last for a second before it was defeated. Ouyang, how long can you block the Golden Corpse Pill King if you use your full strength? Looking at the powerful aura approaching him, Ningyu retreated while transmitting his voice to Ouyang. Not even a minute. Fight with the Golden Corpse Pill King? Ouyang knew his own limits. Right now, he was seriously injured and his strength was only about 1/10 of his peak. The Golden Corpse Pill King only needed to use 20% of his strength to easily kill him. Damn it! After hearing Ouyang reply, Ningyu's heart sank to the bottom. At such a critical moment, if Ouyang could not block the Golden Corpse Pill King, the consequences would be unimaginable. Swoosh! 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 However, before the Golden Corpse Pill King could reach Ningyu, several martial artists suddenly shot out from the cave. These martial artists' cultivation was at the peak of the yin-yang realm, and there were even half-step manifestation realm martial artists. What? Seeing the sudden appearance of more than 10 martial artists, the Golden Corpse Pill King's body stopped in midair and did not continue forward. Because Golden Corpse Pill King discovered that he was very familiar with most of the practitioners who shot out from the cave. They were the subordinates of Bai Wu and Bai Guang of the 4 great heavenly kings. Since Bai Wu's subordinates were here, it meant that Bai Wu and Bai Guang were most likely in the cave. Thinking up to here, the Golden Corpse Pill King came before a half-step creation realm martial artist and said in a cold voice, "Where are Bai Wu and Bai Guang? Are they in the cave?" is indeed in the cave, but Poochie, the half-step manifestation realm martial artist nodded. Just as he was about to say something, his eyes rolled back and he died. Puff, puff, puff. After the half-step manifestation realm warrior died, the rest of the corpse insect warriors also spat out mouthfuls of blood and died on the spot. The instant death of everyone from the corpse sect caused the Golden Corpse Pill King's chest to heave up and down. He was on the verge of exploding with rage. Although these experts were the subordinates of Bai Wu and Bai Guang, their deaths were still a great loss to the Corpsine sect. Golden Corpse Pill King, to tell you the truth, Bai Wu and Bai Guang have already died in battle. The death of everyone from the Corpsine sect made Ning Yu's face light up, and the worry in his heart was slightly alleviated. Originally, these Corpsine sect warriors were in the depths of the cave. Now that they were ejected from the cave and were seriously injured, it meant that the silver winged dragon and the twin horns beast had most likely completely devoured Bai Wu and the others. Otherwise, with the methods of the silver winged dragon and the twin horns beast, it was impossible for the Corpsine sect warriors to leave the cave. Swoosh, swoosh. As expected, Ning Yu's guess was right. In the next moment, two behemoths shot out from the cave. Roar! As soon as these two huge creatures came out, they roared at the sky and rushed toward the Golden Corpse Pill King. Humph! Two half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts. You're courting death. The Golden Corpse Pill King coldly snorted and immediately flew into the air to fight with the silver-winged dragon and the others. Dark Emperor, go into the storage ring to recuperate first. While the Golden Corpse Pill King and the silver-winged dragon were fighting, Ning Yu transmitted his voice to the Dark Emperor in the distance. Don't interfere with the matters here. The Dark Emperor didn't argue with Ning Yu. He knew that he wouldn't be of much help even if he stayed. So he immediately turned into a shadow and entered the storage ring. As soon as the Dark Emperor entered the storage ring, Ning Yu came to Ouyanglin's side and said in a deep voice, "By the way, Ouyangling, give me your king-grade origin crystals." Whoosh! Ouyangling didn't dare to get angry at Ning Yu, so he took out a storage bag and threw it to Ning Yu. Not bad. There are 100,000 king-grade origin crystals. Ning Yu checked the amount of origin crystals in the storage bag and threw them into the storage ring. At the same time, he transmitted his voice to the Dark Emperor. Use these 100,000 king-grade origin crystals sparingly. Why the hell would I use them sparingly? Furball is hogging them all. Inside the storage ring, the Dark Emperor looked at Furball, who was not far away, and was extremely furious. The storage bag was thrown into the storage ring by Ning Yu. Just as the Dark Emperor was about to grab it, he noticed a white figure flashing by quickly, grabbing the storage bag and running. After seeing the white figure's true appearance, the Dark Emperor was so angry that his teeth itched. It's fine if you said you took 10,000 king-grade origin crystals, but that's 100,000. You're just a small fry. Can you even use up so many king-grade origin crystals? It was taken by Furball. Impossible. F***CK. Hearing the Dark Emperor's grumble, Ning Yu was slightly taken aback and hurriedly split a portion of his perception into the storage ring. With this look, Ning Yu was truly shocked. Not only did Furball take over the storage bag, he even quickly took out the king-grade origin crystals from the storage bag and threw them into his mouth to chew. Crack! Crack! Inside the storage ring, the sound of cracking could be heard. Other than the Dark Emperor, even Sun Jiangwen's mouth was slightly agape with a dumbfounded expression. I got it. Suddenly, the Dark Emperor slapped his head and revealed a shocked expression. He wants to awaken his bloodline. Awaken his bloodline? Ning Yu was stunned and asked doubtfully, "Didn't you say that the only way for heaven-devouring hounds to awaken their bloodline is to enter the heavenly devouring lake? Could it be that devouring king-grade origin crystals can awaken their bloodline?" In the past, the Dark Emperor said that there was only one way for the heaven-devouring hound clan to awaken their bloodline, and that was to enter the heavenly devouring lake. Heaven-devouring hounds with low bloodline density need to use the heavenly devouring lake to awaken their bloodline. As for heaven-devouring hounds with high bloodline density, like Bai Chiu, They don't even need to enter the heavenly devouring lake to awaken their bloodline. The Dark Emperor explained. Is there any danger? Ningyu asked. There's definitely danger, but it depends on how much of Furball's bloodline power he wants to awaken. The Dark Emperor said solemnly. Stay in the storage ring to protect Furball. No matter what, don't let anything happen to him. Ningyu's expression was solemn as he said, this is only 100,000 king-grade origin crystals. When we return to the capital, you can have as many king-grade origin crystals as you want. Pucci. As soon as Ningyu said that, the Golden Corpse Pill King in midair seized the opportunity and punched the silver-winged dragon's wings. Chapter 702. More Lies Bang. The silver-winged dragon was a huge creature. It landed heavily on the ground, creating a huge crater. Oomph. You want to defeat me with just 2 pieces of trash? Dream on. After knocking the silver-winged dragon back, the Golden Corpse Pill King snorted, I thought I could only take away 1 purple gold sky devouring hound this time. Who would have thought that 2 half-step manifestation realm beasts would come knocking on my door? Since that's the case, it's not right if I don't kill you. I admit that you're strong, but you're still lacking if you want to kill us, the twin-horned beast said in a low voice. Lacking in control? The silver-winged dragon is already heavily injured. Do you think you can fight me alone? The corner of the Golden Corpse Pill King's mouth curled up. What if I'm included? Suddenly, a familiar voice rang in the Golden Corpse Pill King's ears. The Golden Corpse Pill King was slightly taken aback when he heard the familiar voice. He then shifted his gaze to the other side. Hiss! The Golden Corpse Pill King sucked in a breath of cold air as soon as he saw what was inside. He knew the beast that made the sound. It was none other than the silver-winged dragon. Not only had the silver-winged dragon recovered to its peak, even its strength had increased slightly. What's going on? The Golden Corpse Pill King's expression was extremely gloomy. It was a coincidence that Ningyu and the rest had recovered to their peak, but the silver-winged dragon had also recovered so quickly. That was a little terrifying. Let's see how many times you can recover. The Golden Corpse Pill King decided not to think about it, since he couldn't figure it out. His eyes turned cold as he rushed out. This time, the Golden Corpse Pill King's target was the twin-horned beast. He wanted to heavily injure it before dealing with the silver-winged dragon. He wanted to test if the twin-horned beast could recover to its peak in a short period of time, like the silver-winged dragon. Good timing. The twin-horned beast growled as it watched the Golden Corpse Pill King approach it. It then rushed out, wanting to use the horns on its head to ram the Golden Corpse Pill King. The hardest part of the twin-horned beast was its horns. In the past, when the twin-horned beasts were at the peak of the yin-yang realm, they could pierce the chests of early-stage creation realm martial artists with their horns. Although the Golden Corpse Pill King was at the peak of the early-stage manifestation state, the twin-horned beast had also advanced to the half-step manifestation state and was only 1 step away from the manifestation state. Under this premise, the twin-horned beast believed that its horns could play a decisive role. Puff! As expected, the Golden Corpse Pill King had clearly underestimated the power of the twin horns. By the time Golden Corpse Pill King reacted, it was already too late. His chest was pierced by the twin horns of the twin-horned beast. A pillar of blood spurted out. Stop! The Golden Corpse Pill King forced the 2-horned beast back with a single strike, then hurriedly used a spell technique to seal the wound on his chest. Pucci! The Golden Corpse Pill King was safe, but the twin horns beast situation was not optimistic. He gathered all the energy in his body into the 2 horns on his head, all for the sake of dealing a fatal blow to the Golden Corpse Pill King. The Golden Corpse Pill King wasn't heavily injured, but his aura was weak. He was in grave danger. At this point, any random yin-yang stage martial artist could easily kill the twin horns beast, let alone the Golden Corpse Pill King. Golden Corpse Pill King, your opponent is me. Seeing that the Golden Corpse Pill King was about to attack the twin horns beast, the silver-winged dragon immediately flashed and appeared in front of the twin horns beast in the blink of an eye, then pushed it away. Don't worry, all of you will die. The Golden Corpse Pill King sneered. It's just a matter of who dies first and who dies later. Cut the crap. Hand over your life. The silver-winged dragon flapped its huge wings again and charged at the golden corpse Pill King. I didn't manage to cripple your wings last time. Let's see how you escape this time. The golden corpse Pill King's eyes emitted a frightening glint. His aura was unleashed and crazily suppressed the silver-winged dragon. This time, the golden corpse Pill King had learned his lesson. He said he wanted to kill the silver-winged dragon, but he was secretly observing the twin horns beast. He wanted to see if the twin horns beast could recover to its peak state in a short time. Swish! On the other side, Ningyu gritted his teeth when he saw that the twin horns beast was heavily injured. He took out another jade bottle and threw it to the twin horns beast. Crack! The twin horn beast did not hesitate at all. It even swallowed the bottle. Bzz. Not long after the bottle entered its stomach, the twin horns beast's aura recovered to its peak state. Jade bottle. Could it be sacred aura? The golden corpse Pill King was indeed worthy of being the leader of the 4 heavenly kings. He almost instantly guessed a certain possibility. Something that could allow a half-step manifestation stage demonic beast to recover in a short time was most likely sacred aura. The golden corpse Pill King didn't even think about gas of a higher level than sacred aura. After all, such gas was extremely rare on this plane. You dare to be distracted while fighting me? Hee, how arrogant of you. However, while the golden corpse Pill King was in a daze, the silver-winged dragon grabbed this rare opportunity. Rumble. The silver-winged dragon opened its mouth and spat out a waist-thick flame that arrived before the golden corpse Pill Monarch in a brief moment, burning the golden corpse Pill Monarch's clothes. You're courting death. The golden corpse Pill King lowered his head to look at his tattered clothes, his expression extremely dark. Don't think I don't know how you recovered to your peak state so quickly. Sacred aura. If I'm not wrong, you have sacred aura, and a lot of it at that. The golden corpse Pill King said coldly, hand over the sacred aura, and I can leave your corpses intact. You're right, we do have sacred aura. Ningyu first smiled, and then he changed the topic and said, it's not impossible if you want it, but I have a request. You don't have a right to make a request. The golden corpse Pill King berated. You've also seen that with your strength, it'll be very difficult to kill the silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast in a short time. Ningyu used the great deception art again. The patriarch of the imperial family, Oyanglin, is doing his best to recover. As long as I give him a bit of sacred aura to return him to his peak state, you won't have a good time today. Oh right, the patriarch of Danwu College, Mu Feng, just left me a crystal ball. As he spoke, Ningyu withdrew a crystal ball from his pocket and said, so long as I crush this crystal ball, then Mu Feng will rush over very quickly. At that time, 2 half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts and 2 manifestation realm cultivators can easily kill you, right? The golden corpse Pill King's expression was dark. If what Ningyu said was true, it would indeed be difficult for him to get a good result today. Why don't we feign civility and kill them after we obtain the sacred aura? The golden corpse Pill King rolled his eyes and said in a clear voice, speak. What exactly do you want? Hee, that's more like it. Ningyu smiled faintly and said. Chapter 703. 20% Bloodline Power. You want me to enter the cave? The golden corpse Pill King raised his brows, not knowing what Ningyu was up to. Could it be that there was a powerful formation in the cave, or that there was a hidden expert in the cave? Of course, as long as you can enter the cave, I'll naturally give you the Saint Chi. Ningyu rolled his eyes and said, also, not only will I give you the Saint Chi in my body, I'll even tell you how to absorb Saint Chi from the void. Are you serious? The golden corpse Pill King raised his brows and asked. A promise is a promise, Ningyu said in a deep voice. All right, I'll enter the cave with you. The golden corpse Pill King seemed to have made up his mind. He stomped on the ground and rushed into the cave first. The reason why the golden corpse Pill King chose to enter the cave first was to see if there were any formations or experts inside. Senior Silver Pterosaur, how confident are you? Ningyu did not enter the cave with the golden corpse Pill King and asked in a deep voice. Not very confident, only 30%. The silver pterosaur answered honestly. Actually, 30% was already very high. After all, the Golden Corpse Pill King was a peak early-stage manifestation martial artist and was abnormally powerful. Under normal circumstances, the silver pterosaur and the twin-horned beast would not be a match for the Golden Corpse Pill King, even if they worked together. Only by relying on the remnant formation in the depths of the cave could they slightly increase their chances of killing the Golden Corpse Pill King. Otherwise, everyone would die today. In fact, they had to thank the Golden Corpse Pill King for his Saint Chi. Otherwise, Ningyu and the rest might have already died a horrible death. 30% is already very high. It's worth a gamble. The twin-horned beast did not have much to worry about and arrived in front of the cave in a flash. Be careful! Before the twin-horned beast entered the cave, Ningyu's expression changed drastically and he hurriedly warned it. Be careful of what? The twin-horned beast was slightly taken aback by Ningyu's words. Just as it was about to ask Ningyu a question, its heart skipped a beat and it immediately retreated. Whoosh! The twin-horned beast's reaction was clearly slower by half a beat. It had only taken 3 steps back when a figure shot out from the cave. Buzz! This figure was extremely fast, arriving in front of the twin-horned beast in an instant. Then, the figure threw out a punch that landed squarely on the twin-horned beast's chest. Poochie! The huge force that came from its chest caused the twin-horned beast to taste something sweet in its throat, and it spat out a mouthful of fresh blood. Damn it! The sudden change caused Ningyu and the silver winged dragon's hearts to sink to the bottom. A sudden thrust. The Golden Corpse Pill King suddenly turned around and attacked. The current situation was really like the mantis stalking the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind. Originally, Ningyu and the others wanted to rely on the formation in the depths of the cave to defeat and even kill the Golden Corpse Pill King. Who would have thought that the mantis stalks the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind? The Golden Corpse Pill King turned around and heavily injured the twin-horned beast. The heavy injury to the twin-horned beast was a fatal blow to Ningyu and the others. Originally, the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast together were not the Golden Corpse Pill King's match. Now that the twin-horned beast was heavily injured, it was obvious that the Golden Corpse Pill King would become the ruler of this area. Did you think I would foolishly enter the cave? You're too naive. The corners of the Golden Corpse Pill King's lips curled up slightly. You only have one chance to live now, and that is to hand over the sacred chi and the method to absorb it from the void. Otherwise, I can't guarantee what will happen. After saying that, the Golden Corpse Pill King did not attack immediately. Instead, he quietly waited for Ningyu's reply. After a while, seeing that Ningyu had no intention of speaking, the Golden Corpse Pill King's patience finally ran out. He rose from the ground and charged at Ningyu at an astonishing speed. Right now, the Golden Corpse Pill King only had one thought in his mind, and that was to capture Ningyu and use the great devouring art to devour Ningyu's memories. That way, he would also know how to absorb sacred chi from a void. Ningyu, leave with the twin-horned beast first. I'll hold the Golden Corpse Pill King back. Seeing the Golden Corpse Pill King charge at Ningyu, the silver-winged dragon took a deep breath and pushed Ningyu away with a slap. I can only hold him back for 3 minutes at most. No matter what, you have to get as far away from this area as possible within these 3 minutes. Don't worry, none of you will be able to leave. The Golden Corpse Pill King was clearly very fast. He had arrived beside the silver-winged dragon by the time he finished speaking. Moreover, the Golden Corpse Pill King's punch was accompanied by a violent yuan chi gale as it slammed into the silver-winged dragon's chest. PSSSD. The Golden Corpse Pill King's punch was powerful and contained torrential yuan chi. In the next moment, the silver-winged dragon's body plummeted into the distance like a kite with its string cut. Bang! The silver-winged dragon's body heavily smashed into the ground with a crisp sound. Compared to the twin-horned beast, the silver-winged dragon was in a much better state. After all, he hadn't vomited blood and his aura was relatively stable. But even so, the silver-winged dragon's battle prowess had dropped to a freezing point, only 1/10 of his peak strength. Hand over your life. The Golden Corpse Pill King didn't stop after sending the silver-winged dragon flying. Instead, he turned his head and aimed at the nearby Ningyu. Crack, crack. Ningyu clenched his fists tightly as he watched the approaching Golden Corpse Pill King and the powerful aura he exuded. At this point, Ningyu definitely wouldn't sit still and wait for death. Even if he was heavily injured, even if he died, Ningyu would make the Golden Corpse Pill King pay a price. Woof woof. When the Golden Corpse Pill King was a meter away from Ningyu, a dog barked from Ningyu's body. The sudden barking caused the Golden Corpse Pill King to raise his eyebrows in a daze. However, the Golden Corpse Pill King was a peak early-stage manifestation martial artist after all. After a momentary daze, he didn't take the barking to heart and continued forward. Swish! However, after the Golden Corpse Pill King advanced another half a meter, a white furry thing scuttled out from Ningyu's body and arrived at the Golden Corpse Pill King's side in the blink of an eye. Furball! Ningyu had already prepared himself for a head-on clash with the Golden Corpse Pill King, but Furball's sudden appearance raised some hope in his heart. Hope aside, Ningyu quickly reacted and shouted, "Hurry up and come back. Aren't you his what?" Before Ningyu could finish his sentence, his mouth was agape, and his face was filled with disbelief. Rumble. Not far away, Furball was emitting an extremely terrifying aura. The aura of mid-stage manifestation realm. Ningyu's eyes widened in shock. Furball has awakened his bloodline. Just as Ningyu was feeling puzzled, the Dark Emperor's voice sounded in his mind. As Furball's bloodline is extremely pure and he has awakened 20% of his strength, he can erupt with the strength of mid-stage manifestation realm for a short period of time. Every pure-blooded heaven devouring hound can erupt with strength that exceeds a major rank for a short period of time after awakening 20% of its bloodline power. Chapter 704. A shocking clap of thunder. If what the Dark Emperor said was true, then the Golden Corpse Pill King would definitely be in trouble. After all, the Golden Corpse Pill King only had the strength of a peak early-stage manifestation realm, while Furball could unleash the strength of a mid-stage manifestation realm. Right. At this thought, Ningyu hurriedly said, "You said that Furball can unleash strength that exceeds his own by a major realm. Doesn't that mean that Furball's true cultivation is at the mid-stage yin-yang realm?" The Dark Emperor had gone through a lot of hardships and devoured a lot of energy and crystals to advance to the mid-stage yin-yang realm, while Furball had only awakened 20% of its bloodline power and easily advanced to the mid-stage yin-yang realm. From this, it could be seen how terrifying a pure-blooded heaven-devouring dog was. To be precise, Furball's cultivation is at the peak of the mid-stage yin-yang realm, just one step away from the late-stage yin-yang realm, the Dark Emperor said. "How long can Furball last?" Ningyu asked. "What I mean is, how long can Furball maintain the strength of the mid-stage manifestation realm?" The Dark Emperor pondered for a moment and said, 3 minutes. Ningyu's heart skipped a beat as he muttered, 3 minutes might not be enough. The Golden Corpse Pill King is also very powerful. It will be very difficult for Furball to kill or heavily injure him within 3 minutes. The Golden Corpse Pill King was at the peak early-stage manifestation realm, not much different from a mid-stage manifestation realm. Thus, it would be rather difficult for Furball to kill the Golden Corpse Pill King in a short time. "Ningyu, I have a way to make Furball last a little longer." Suddenly, the Dark Emperor seemed to have thought of something and said, "Holy Chi. As long as Furball can be supplied with an endless supply of Holy Chi, Furball can maintain the strength of the mid-stage manifestation realm." "Large amounts of Holy Chi?" Ningyu frowned slightly and said, "Absorb the Holy Chi in the World Tree branch with all your strength, and I'll transfer it to Furball." Rumble. While Ningyu was still conversing with the Dark Emperor, Furball was already fighting the Golden Corpse Pill King. Because Furball could unleash the strength of the mid-stage manifestation realm, he had completely suppressed the Golden Corpse Pill King from the very beginning. Of course, suppressing was one thing. It was impossible for Furball to kill the Golden Corpse Pill King in a short time. a heaven-devouring dog in the middle stage of the blessed realm. Although he was completely suppressed by Furball, the Golden Corpse Pill King still had a fiery look on his face. The Dark Emperor was only a yin-yang intermediate stage heaven-devouring hound. Compared to this heaven-devouring hound, there was a world of difference. If I can control this heaven-devouring hound, it will only be a matter of time before I replace the sect master. The Golden Corpse Pill King thought to himself as he fought with Furball. Woof woof. Furball knew that he could only last 3 minutes, so he did not dare to be careless. With a shout, he immediately launched his strongest attack at the Golden Corpse Pill King. Voila! A waist-thick energy beam shot out of the void and shot towards the Golden Corpse Pill King at an astonishing speed. On the surface, this Yuan Qi light pillar didn't seem to have much power. It seemed like any martial artist at the peak of the yin-yang realm could block it. However, the Golden Corpse Pill King knew very well that this Yuan Qi pillar was Furball's strongest attack. The situation was very clear. If he blocked it, he could capture Furball alive. If he couldn't block it, he would die here. The Golden Corpse Pill King took a deep breath as 2 blood-red beams of light shot out his eyes. Swish! Swish! The blood-red beam of light was extremely fast. In an instant, it arrived beside the Yuan Qi light pillar and collided with it. Chi-chi! When the beam of light collided with the Yuan Qi light pillar, there was only a chi-chi sound before both dissipated. What's going on? This change was clearly not what Ningyu had expected. Was the Golden Corpse Pill King this powerful? He could block Furball's full power attack with just a beam of light? Rumble. Just as Ningyu was pondering, an earth-shattering rumble came from where the beam of light and Yuan Qi had disappeared. Hearing this earth-shattering rumble, Ningyu's expression changed drastically. He hurriedly said, "Senior Silver-Winged Dragon, Senior Twin-Horned Beast, retreat quickly." Got it. The Silver-Winged Dragon and Twin-Horned Beast were very sensible. The instant the rumble sounded, they rose from the ground and quickly retreated. Ningyu, what do you think you're doing? The Silver-Winged Dragon and Twin-Horned Beast had only retreated a few steps when they revealed expressions of disbelief. Swish! Because they saw Ningyu advancing instead of retreating, rapidly charging toward Furball. Although Furball and the Golden Corpse Pill King weren't at the center of the rumble, they weren't far from it. Ningyu choosing to go over at this time was tantamount to courting death. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Ningyu's expression was solemn as he continued to circulate the spirit transformation art, raising his speed to the limits of what he could currently achieve. There's a path to heaven, but you refuse to take it. There's no door to hell, but you barge in. The Golden Corpse Pill King's expression darkened as he looked at the approaching Ningyu. He viciously said, "Today, I'll let you know why flowers are so red." Red my ass. I'm not stupid enough to barge into hell. Ningyu cursed inwardly before reaching into his clothes and taking out several jade bottles, throwing them to Furball. Crack! 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 Furball was quick to react, instantly swallowing the jade bottles and chewing them. Furball seemed to be enjoying it very much. As he continued to swallow the jade bottles, his aura also rapidly increased. In just a few seconds, Furball's aura had reached the peak of the middle stage of the Fortune Realm, only a step away from the late stage of the Fortune Realm. Furball, how long can you last? Ningyu transmitted his voice to Furball. Don't worry, I can last 10 minutes. After swallowing the jade bottles, Furball cracked his neck and grinned at Ningyu. He then tore through the void and appeared in front of the Golden Corpse Pill King in the blink of an eye. Damn it! Feeling the increase in Furball's aura, the Golden Corpse Pill King's heart sank to the bottom. In Furball's previous state, he could still fight and even delay until Furball's aura weakened. But in Furball's current state, he had no chance of winning at all. Let's go. As the head of the Corpse Sect's 4 heavenly kings, the Golden Corpse Pill King's reputation was not undeserved. If he couldn't win, he would run. This was also the ultimate skill that made the Golden Corpse Pill King famous. I'll remember you guys. I'll go find you guys soon. Before leaving, the Golden Corpse Pill King did not forget to leave behind some ruthless words. Woof woof. Furball seemed to understand the Golden Corpse Pill King's words. He raised his head and roared before forcefully tearing through the void to block the Golden Corpse Pill King's path. Furball curled up into a ball and rapidly spun before charging at the Golden Corpse Pill King's head. Chi-chi. The spherical fur ball spun very quickly, so fast that sparks appeared from the friction between his hair and the air. Golden Corpse Berserk Thunder Fist. The Golden Corpse Pill King knew that it was too late to escape. He forcefully stopped in midair as the yuan qi in his body surged out and gathered on his right fist. Rumble. Chapter 705. Chapter 705. Flower Bud Devour. Ever since I mastered the Golden Corpse Raging Thunder Fist, you're the second person to force me to use it. The Golden Corpse Pill King said coldly as he flew. In order to repay you, I've decided to devour you into human jerky. No, dog jerky. Woof woof. Feeling the berserk aura in the Golden Corpse Pill King's fist, Furball howled at the sky, but showed no signs of slowing down. Crack! In the next instant, the Golden Corpse Pill King's fist collided with Furball's body. The sound of bones breaking resounded in the area. Not far away, Ning Yu and the others saw two figures retreating like kites with broken strings. Bang! The Golden Corpse Pill King felt a sweetness in his throat and spat out a mouthful of blood. His aura became weak. The Golden Corpse Pill King was heavily injured, but Furball wasn't any better. Furball was lying flat on the ground, his hair a mess. Even his scalp could be seen. Cough, cough. The Golden Corpse Pill King coughed twice and stood up with difficulty. He first wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, then looked around, and his gaze fell on Ningyu. As for Furball, it was automatically ignored by the Golden Corpse Pill King. Furball was already heavily injured, and his aura had dropped to the freezing point. From the Golden Corpse Pill King's point of view, Furball wasn't a threat to him. The biggest threat was Ningyu. After all, Ningyu had holy energy and also grasped the method to absorb holy energy from the void. As long as he could subdue Ningyu, he would definitely earn a fortune today. Otherwise, he would definitely die here. My patience has been worn out by you. Next, I'll let you experience the unique technique of the Corpse Sect. At this point, the Golden Corpse Pill King paused for a moment before coldly saying, Death Spirit Chi. Whoosh! As the Golden Corpse Pill King said the word Chi, a gas as thick as an arm shot out from his sleeve and instantly reached Ningyu's side. Not good. When Golden Corpse Pill King said the three words Dead Spirit Chi, Ningyu realized the severity of the problem. Especially when he saw the Dead Spirit Chi that was as thick as an arm. Ningyu's face was drained of blood, and his expression was extremely ugly. The Dead Spirit Chi was a special gas of the Corpse-ine sect. It was much more corrosive than the Corpse-ine Chi. Facing the Corpse-ine Chi, Ningyu could use his Yuan Chi to resist, but facing the Dead Spirit Chi, he could only escape. Sun Jiangwen, what do you usually rely on to resist the Death Spirit Chi in the Corpse sect? Ningyu did not run away blindly. Instead, he asked Sun Jiangwen while running. Sun Jiangwen was the chief alchemist of the Corpse sect's alchemist hall, so he might know how to restrain the Dead Spirit Chi. It's not like there's no way to restrain the Dead Spirit Chi. Sun Jiangwen did not answer Ningyu immediately. Instead, he thought for a moment and said, but the success rate is a little low. Speak. At this time, Ningyu did not care about the consequences. As long as there was a 10% chance, he had to give it a try. Sun Jiangwen said solemnly, draw the Dead Spirit Chi into the storage ring and use the formation I set up. Together with a large amount of holy Chi, there's a 30% chance of purifying the Dead Spirit Chi. Prepare yourself. With the current situation, Ningyu could only choose to take the risk and give it a try. If he succeeded, not only could he purify the Dead Spirit Chi, but he could also kill the Golden Corpse Pill King. If he failed, the worst that could happen was death. Buzz buzz. Ningyu is not an indecisive person. He immediately controlled the storage ring to shoot out a huge beam of light. After the beam of light shot out, it directly attacked the Dead Spirit Chi. Oomph. A mere Yuan Chi light beam wants to contend against my dead spirit chi? Dream on. Looking at the yuan chi light beam that shot out from the storage ring, the golden corpse pill king coldly snorted. Chi. However, just as the golden corpse pill king's cold snort faded, his mouth slightly opened as he saw an inconceivable scene. Although the dead spirit chi was very powerful and extremely corrosive, it did not gain any advantage when encountering the yuan chi light beam that shot out from the storage ring. On the contrary, the dead spirit chi was enveloped by the yuan chi light beam and absorbed into the storage ring. Damn it, you actually dare to absorb my dead spirit chi. I think you're tired of living. The golden corpse pill king cursed inwardly and immediately displayed the strength of a mid-stage 8th grade soul force, suppressing towards Ningyu. The reason why I'm called the golden corpse pill king is not because of my martial strength, but because my alchemy skills are very high, reaching the level of a mid-stage 8th grade alchemist. Before Ningyu had time to instruct Sun Jiangwen, he sucked in a breath of cold air. Because he discovered that the golden corpse pill king's soul force had reached the mid-stage 8th grade. A mid-stage 8th grade alchemist was practically equivalent to the Great Xia Kingdom's strongest alchemist. Even the ancestor of Danwu College, Mu Feng, was only a mid-stage 8th grade alchemist. Sun Jiangwen, how long will it take to purify the dead spirit chi? Ningyu hurriedly communicated with Sun Jiangwen. 1 minute. Sun Jiangwen replied honestly, purifying the dead spirit chi is rather simple. If it goes smoothly, 1 minute will do it. If it doesn't, not even for a lifetime. Ningyu clenched his teeth and displayed his early-stage 6th grade soul force. Palm of life and death. At the critical moment, Ningyu wrapped all the energy in his body around his wrist and combined it with his early-stage 6th grade soul force to execute the strongest move he could execute at his current stage. Have you lost your mind? Mine is soul force, and you're actually using normal. No? Seeing Ningyu's palm strike, the corner of the golden corpse pill king's mouth curled up slightly as he smiled evilly. However, before the golden corpse pill king's evil smile faded, his heart shuddered as he faintly felt that something was amiss. From the palm print that Ningyu blasted out, he felt a trace of abnormality. I'm not afraid to tell you that I'm using a soul attack spell technique. Ningyu rolled his eyes and decided to tell the golden corpse pill king. I don't care whether you're using a soul attack spell technique or not. In short, you won't be able to escape death today. The golden corpse pill king snorted. Is that so? What the two of us join in? At this moment, the silver-winged dragon and twin-horned beast tore through the void and appeared beside Ningyu. At this time, the two had already recovered to their peak state, and their strength was unprecedented. Holy Chi was not just for show. In order to let the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast recover to their peak state as soon as possible, Ningyu took out half of the holy chi that the branch of the world tree had devoured from the void. As for the other half, he gave it to Sun Jiangwen to purify the dead spirit chi. Golden Corpse, Raging Thunder Fist. Without any hesitation, the Golden Corpse Pill King flipped his wrist and threw out 2 punches in succession. Each punch contained a violent yuan chi gale that blasted toward the silver-winged dragon and twin-horned beast. Ningyu, the dead spirit chi, has been completely purified. Just as the 2 punches were about to land on the silver-winged dragon and twin-horned beast, Sun Jiangwen's voice suddenly sounded. Hearing Sun Jiangwen's voice, Ningyu was a little dumbfounded. Didn't you say you needed a minute? I did say I needed a minute, but something happened. Chapter 706. Eerie White Bones. The flower bud has absorbed the dead spirit energy. Hearing this, Ningyu's heart shuddered, and he hurriedly probed his storage ring with his perception. As soon as his perception entered the storage ring, Ningyu's mouth gaped open, and his face was filled with disbelief. On the surface, the flower bud did not seem to have changed, and it was the same size as before. However, Ningyu's sharp perception discovered that there was not even a trace of holy aura around the flower bud. In other words, the flower bud had already stopped absorbing holy aura from the air. I've suffered a huge loss this time. In order to purify the dead spirit energy, the flower bud was unable to continuously provide holy aura. For Ningyu, it was a considerable loss. If the purified dead spirit Shi couldn't restrain the golden corpse pill king, then it would be like going for wool and coming home shorn, suffering a double loss. Ningyu, the purified dead spirit energy, only no longer listens to the golden corpse pill king's commands, but its power still exists. Sun Jiangwen seemed to know Ningyu's worries, and he said in a low voice, "With a drop of your blood essence and 3 minutes of time, I can ensure that the dead spirit energy listens to your commands." Make the dead spirit energy listens to my commands? Ningyu was slightly taken aback, and he asked in confusion, "The dead spirit energy is inside the flower bud. What method do you have to make the flower bud spit out?" The dead spirit energy was inside the flower bud, and the flower bud was attached to the branch of the world tree. With this layer of relationship, Ningyu did not look favorably upon Sun Jiangwen. Whoosh! Just as Ningyu was worrying about this, a stream of gas as thick as a finger suddenly shot out from the flower bud. Dead spirit energy. The gas ejected from the flower bud was the dead spirit energy. However, the dead spirit energy was no longer as thick as an arm, but as thick as a finger. Looking at the finger-thick dead spirit energy in the air, Ningyu was a bit dazed. Although he was dazed, Ningyu was not an indecisive person. He immediately forced out a drop of blood essence and dripped it into his storage ring. After that, Ningyu ignored Sun Jiangwen and turned around to join the battle on the other side. Although the Golden Corpse Pill King had suffered a certain amount of damage in his battle with Furball, he had many trump cards and treasures. Moreover, the Golden Corpse Pill King was a mid-8th rank pill refiner, so he had countless healing pills on him. Under this premise, although the Golden Corpse Pill King didn't recover to peak condition, it wasn't far off. Rumble. On the battlefield, the Golden Corpse Pill King fired 2 consecutive punches, their trajectories extremely tricky. Even the Silver Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast couldn't dodge them with all their might. Bang! 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 The tremendous force from their chests sent the Silver Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast flying backwards. Fortunately, the Silver Winged Dragon and the others were at the half-step manifestation realm. Otherwise, the Golden Corpse Pill King's fist aura alone would have severely injured them. Sure enough, you have some skill. However, you won't be so lucky next. The Golden Corpse Pill King smirked after failing to kill the Silver Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Beast. Take this Golden Corpse Soul Punch. Buzz buzz. As soon as the Golden Corpse Pill King finished speaking, he swung his fists rapidly. In an instant, a terrifying soul pressure surged from his body and gathered on his wrist. The next moment, the Golden Corpse Pill King rose from the ground and raised his speed to the limit, arriving in front of the Silver Winged Dragon in the blink of an eye. Oh no! The Silver Winged Dragon didn't expect the Golden Corpse Pill King to be so fast. It panicked and flapped its wings in an attempt to escape the area. However, the Silver Winged Dragon was a little too slow. It had only flapped its wings for a few meters before the Golden Corpse Pill King caught up to it. This time, the Golden Corpse Pill King didn't hold back at all. The soul pressure from his wrist, along with a monstrous wave of Yuan Qi, slammed into the Silver Winged Dragon's wings. Crack! The Golden Corpse Pill King's punch was extremely powerful. Even though the Silver Winged Dragon's wings were extremely sturdy, it couldn't escape the fate of being broken. Screech! With its wings broken, the Silver Winged Dragon let out a blood-curdling screech and fell to the ground. I'll let you live for a few more seconds. I'll come back for you after I kill that twin-horned beast. The Golden Corpse Pill King glared fiercely at the Silver Winged Dragon. Violent Yuan Qi and monstrous soul pressure surged from his fist again as he charged at the twin-horned beast. Twin horns! Facing the Golden Corpse Pill King, the twin-horned beast's expression was extremely grave. The 2 legs on its head moved forward and collided with the Golden Corpse Pill King's fist. Crack! As expected, the 2 legs on the top of the twin-horned beast's head were forcibly broken. Ah! The horns on the twin-horned beast's head were the hardest part of its body. With both legs broken, it was obvious that it had exhausted all its tricks. Ha ha! 2 mere pieces of trash want to stop me? Why don't you think about it? The Golden Corpse Pill King threw his head back and laughed maniacally. Golden Corpse Pill King, you said that the silver winged dragon and the twin-horned beast are trash, but you don't know that you're also trash. Before the Golden Corpse Pill King's maniacal laughter died down, Ningyu's voice resounded in the area. Ningyu's expression was devoid of joy or sorrow as he said, "In order to kill the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast in a short period of time, you overdraft your life force. If I'm not wrong, your current strength is not even 1/10 of your peak. No matter how weak I am, killing you is as easy as taking something out of my pocket." The Golden Corpse Pill King snorted coldly as his voice was interrupted by Ningyu. "I don't believe it." Ningyu shook his head and said indifferently, "It's not up to you to not believe it." The Golden Corpse Pill King revealed a vicious expression and immediately leaped up, charging straight at Ningyu. The Golden Corpse Pill King was well aware of his current state. Just as Ningyu had said, his current strength was not even 1/10 of his peak. But even so, if the Golden Corpse Pill King wanted to kill Ningyu, it was still very simple. After all, Ningyu was only at the initial yin-yang realm, while the Golden Corpse Pill King was at the peak of the initial creation realm. There was no comparison between the two. Come at me. But in this seemingly unequal battle, Ningyu, who was in a weaker position, did not retreat, but advanced instead. He punched out, wanted to clash head-on with the Golden Corpse Pill King. "Since you're seeking death, I'll fulfill your wish." The Golden Corpse Pill King's expression was extremely gloomy. He punched out with a backhand, bringing along gusts of yuan qi wind as it collided with Ningyu's fist. Chi-chi. When the two fists collided, what the Golden Corpse Pill King expected did not happen. On the contrary, a stream of gas as thick as a finger suddenly shot out from Ningyu's sleeve. Death Spirit Chi. The Golden Corpse Pill King was very sensitive to Death Spirit Chi. The moment the Death Spirit Chi shot out from Ningyu's sleeve, he discovered something unusual. "Haha, I was just worrying about how to retrieve the Death Spirit Chi, and you gave it to me." The Golden Corpse Pill King laughed loudly. His other hand quickly reached out and grabbed the Death Spirit Chi. The Golden Corpse Pill King's left hand had just grabbed the Death Spirit Chi when he let out a pig-like scream. Chapter 707. Chapter 707. Escape Crack. The Golden Corpse Pill King knew that the Death Spirit Chi was extremely corrosive. Without any hesitation, his right hand turned into a palm and ruthlessly chopped down on his left wrist. A crisp sound rang out in the area. Bang! Accompanying the crisp sound was the sound of the Golden Corpse Pill King's left hand falling to the ground. Courageous. Seeing the Golden Corpse Pill King chopping off his left hand, Ningyu could not help but give him a thumbs up. When the Golden Corpse Pill King first arrived, he was very powerful. All the martial artists in this area combined were not his match. But after fighting with Furball, the Golden Corpse Pill King's strength dropped by a lot. In addition, the Golden Corpse Pill King used his trump card to heavily injure the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast, causing his strength to be less than 1/10 of his peak. Now, the Golden Corpse Pill King even ruthlessly chopped off his left hand. It could be said that the current Golden Corpse Pill King had already become a lamb waiting to be slaughtered, the weakest person in this area. "Ningyu, what did you do to my Death Spirit Chi?" The Golden Corpse Pill King's expression was gloomy as he shouted. Don't be fooled by the Golden Corpse Pill King's anger on the surface. He was secretly thinking of a countermeasure, thinking of how to smoothly escape. The Golden Corpse Pill King knew his own situation. The Death Spirit Chi was controlled by Ningyu, and his strength had dropped to a freezing point. If he did not find a chance to escape, he would very likely die here. Where there's life, there's hope. As long as he could successfully escape back to the Corpse Sect headquarters, he could still bring his followers to the capital and kill Ningyu and the rest. To be precise, it's not your Death Spirit Chi, but mine. Ningyu could not be bothered to talk nonsense with the Golden Corpse Pill King. He naturally would not waste such a good opportunity. If he missed this opportunity, there would not be another one. Following that, Ningyu rose from the ground. The death spirit chi wrapped around his fist as he punched at the Golden Corpse Pill King's head. Ningyu released all the energy in his body and also wrapped his peak grade 6 soul force around his wrist. In order to kill in one blow, Ningyu could not care so much. Killing the Golden Corpse Pill King would be a win-win situation for everyone. If he couldn't, everyone would die together. I'll take your fist first, then use a secret technique to escape. The Golden Corpse Pill King's eyes turned as he thought of a countermeasure. Boom! In the next moment, the Golden Corpse Pill King's remaining right fist collided with Ningyu's fist in front of everyone's eyes. This time, it wasn't as one-sided as before. Both sides were actually evenly matched. Are you surprised? The evenly matched situation only lasted for a second before it was broken by Ningyu's faint laughter. Ningyu raised his eyebrows. He controlled the death spirit energy on his wrist to enter Golden Corpse Pill King's arm through his right hand. If you don't want to be corroded by the dead spirit chi, you'll have to chop off your right arm. Damn it! Seeing the death spirit chi on his right arm, the Golden Corpse Pill King cursed. He immediately released a terrifying force from his body and broke his right arm. The Golden Corpse Pill King knew that he had to do this. Otherwise, when the death spirit chi spread throughout his body, he would die. Go! After breaking his right arm, the Golden Corpse Pill King tore through the void and entered. Senior Silver Winged Dragon, wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Ningyu naturally wouldn't allow the Golden Corpse Pill King to escape. The Golden Corpse Pill King was the head of the corpse sex 4 heavenly kings. If he escaped, there would be no end of trouble. Thus, Ningyu tore through the void and chased after the Golden Corpse Pill King. Seeing Ningyu and the Golden Corpse Pill King disappear, Silver Winged Dragon's group revealed a shocked expression. Gulp! After a while, Silver Winged Dragon swallowed a mouthful of saliva and murmured, Ningyu is only at the yin-yang initial stage. How can he have such powerful battle prowess? Ningyu is not simple. Not only can he absorb holy chi from the void, but he is also very powerful, Twin Horn Dragon said in a deep voice. Forget it. Let's hurry up and rest. When Ningyu returns, we will ask him for holy chi and try to break through to the manifestation realm. Silver Winged Dragon said fiercely. Yeah, this is too depressing. If we were all at the manifestation realm, killing the Golden Corpse Pill King would be a piece of cake, Twin Horn Dragon agreed. On the other side, Ouyang Luan was so shocked that he couldn't speak. Ningyu is only at the yin-yang initial stage, but he is already so powerful. When he reaches the yin-yang intermediate stage, I'm afraid he will be able to contend with that mysterious person from the imperial family. Ouyang Luan felt that it was unbelievable that Ningyu could contend with that mysterious martial artist from the imperial family. After all, that mysterious martial artist from the imperial family only needed one move to defeat him. Swoosh! Ningyu didn't care about what Ouyang Luan and the others were thinking. Right now, he was only concerned about how to quickly catch up to the Golden Corpse Pill King. He runs quite fast. As the leader of the 4 heavenly kings, the Golden Corpse Pill King's escape methods were not just for show. With Ningyu's speed, if it was any other seriously injured manifestation realm martial artist, they would have already been caught. However, the Golden Corpse Pill King was special. No matter how much Ningyu increased his speed, he couldn't catch up to him. Ha ha ha! Ningyu, you can't catch up to me. The Golden Corpse Pill King laughed wildly and said sinisterly, The place I am going now is the corpse sex headquarters. If you're not afraid of death, you can catch up to me. Of course I am not afraid of death. Even if I have to chase you to the ends of the earth, I will kill you, Ningyu said fiercely. At the same time, he didn't hesitate to burn his blood essence to increase his speed. Slowly chase, I'm not going to play with you. The Golden Corpse Pill King seemed to know that he couldn't hold on for too long. He twisted his neck and sped up again, disappearing from Ningyu's sight in an instant. In the path that the Golden Corpse Pill King disappeared, there was a faint blood-red gas. It's actually the blood shield technique. Ningyu's expression was ugly to the extreme. The Golden Corpse Pill King used the corpse sect's unique secret technique, the blood shield technique. The corpse sect did many bad things and often needed to escape. Therefore, the corpse sect's sect master invented the blood shield technique. As long as the blood shield technique was used, one's speed could increase by tens of times in a short period of time, reaching 1,000 meters per second. This is bad. Knowing that the Golden Corpse Pill King used the blood shield technique, Ningyu chose to stop, because he knew very well that even if he used all his strength, he wouldn't be able to catch up to the Golden Corpse Pill King. Instead of continuing to chase after the Golden Corpse Pill King, it was better to return to the capital and Danwu College as soon as possible and strive to increase his cultivation and strength by another level. As long as he became stronger, he wouldn't have to fear the Golden Corpse Pill King again. Whoosh! However, just when Ningyu was about to give up, a cold light suddenly shot out from the storage ring on his wrist. A branch of the World Tree. The moment Ningyu saw the cold light, he knew what it was. Chapter 708. Shatter. Chase. Although Ningyu didn't know why the branch of the World Tree would rush out of his storage ring, Ningyu knew that he had to chase after it to find out what was going on. For Ningyu, everything was going wrong today. He had already severely injured the Golden Corpse Pill King and almost caught him, but who would have thought that the Golden Corpse Pill King would use the blood shield technique at the crucial moment and disappear in the blink of an eye? Now, the branch of the World Tree had inexplicably rushed out of his storage ring. Ningyu could ignore the Golden Corpse Pill King for now, but he had to find the branch of the World Tree. Therefore, Ningyu didn't hesitate at all. He immediately rose from the ground and chased after the branch at his maximum speed. East? No, it should be west. Fortunately, Ningyu still had some connection with the branch of the World Tree, so he knew which direction it was flying in. Otherwise, he would definitely cry himself to sleep in the toilet. Whoosh! While Ningyu was chasing after the branch of the World Tree, the Golden Corpse Pill King sat on the ground behind a huge rock and panted heavily. At this moment, not only was the Golden Corpse Pill King's aura weak, but he also looked very haggard. His left hand had been chopped off, and he had lost his right hand along with his arm. In this state, any Yuan Dan Realm warrior could probably kill the Golden Corpse Pill King. Moreover, not even dregs would be left. Ningyu, wash your neck clean and wait for me. I will come for your head in a month at the latest. The Golden Corpse Pill King subconsciously wanted to clench his fist, but he let out a hysterical scream instead. After all, he had lost both his hands and was only half a normal person. In other words, he was a cripple. The Golden Corpse Pill King looked left and right and murmured, "If I rush at full speed, I can reach the corpse sect headquarters in about a day and a night." Whoosh! Just as the Golden Corpse Pill King was about to get up and leave, a cold light suddenly tore through the air and shot toward him from afar. Feeling the terrifying energy contained within the cold light, the Golden Corpse Pill King's heart trembled, and he hurriedly retreated. Crack! The Golden Corpse Pill King had retreated, but the giant boulder behind him couldn't. A crisp cracking sound rang out in the area, and the stone shattered into two halves. Ka-ka-ka! Clearly, breaking into two halves was not the final state of the stone. Following that, a series of cracking sounds rang out, and the two halves of the stone shattered into countless pieces as if they had been blasted apart. Hiss! The Golden Corpse Pill King sucked in a breath of cold air as he looked at the shattered rocks. Fortunately, he had retreated in time. Otherwise, the cold light would have easily killed him. Branches. When everything calmed down, the Golden Corpse Pill King saw the true face of the cold light. The original body of the cold light was a branch, and on the branch there was a flower bud. A tree branch that can blossom. The Golden Corpse Pill King raised his guard, on guard against the sudden eruption of the tree branch. Suddenly, the Golden Corpse Pill King seemed to have thought of something, and a frightening light burst out of his eyes. A branch of the World Tree. As someone who is second only to the sect master of the Corpsine sect, the Golden Corpse Pill King had a good understanding of the World Tree. The more he understood the World Tree, the more shocked he was. It was said that the World Tree had been uprooted in ancient times and thrown into a heaven-defying cauldron to be refined into a pill. There was also a rumor that the pill refined from the World Tree had taken the form of a human. As for whether it was true or not, no one knew. Whether it's a branch of the World Tree or not, I have to find a way to get it. Since the branch floated in the air and didn't continue to attack him, the Golden Corpse Pill King's eyes turned as he thought of a countermeasure. If this branch was really a branch of the World Tree, if he really obtained it, if a series of ifs rose in the Golden Corpse Pill King's heart, causing him to laugh. Haha, it's really a case of wearing out iron shoes in fruitless searching, only to find it by chance. Just at this moment, a faint laughter rang out in the area. Hearing the sudden voice, the Golden Corpse Pill King was stunned on the spot. The Golden Corpse Pill King was very familiar with this voice. It was the voice of the person he wanted to kill. Ningyu. The owner of the voice was Ningyu, a person that the Golden Corpse Pill King regarded as a thorn in his side. What a lingering ghost. The Golden Corpse Pill King's heart sank to the bottom. In his current state, he couldn't even beat a Yuan Dan Realm cultivator, let alone Ningyu. Even so, the desire to live made the Golden Corpse Pill King look for a chance to leave. Golden Corpse Pill King, to tell you the truth, this branch is a branch of the World Tree. Ningyu pointed at the branch in the air and said indifferently, "The reason why your dead spirit energy was purified was completely because of this. I knew it was a branch of the World Tree." At this moment, the Golden Corpse Pill King calmed down to a frightening level. Take a good look at it, because this might be the last time you see it. Ningyu didn't want to give the Golden Corpse Pill King any chance. He released the dead spirit energy and wrapped it around his wrist. His body was like a bolt of lightning, instantly disappearing. Not good. Seeing Ningyu disappear, the Golden Corpse Pill King's expression changed drastically, and he hurriedly released the energy in his body. However, the Golden Corpse Pill King was already heavily injured, and he used the Blood Shield art to escape, causing his aura to be extremely weak. The result was very obvious. The Golden Corpse Pill King was struck in the heart by Ningyu's fist. When Ningyu's fist landed on the Golden Corpse Pill King's heart, the dead spirit energy remained in the heart and spread in all directions. Continuous screams came from the Golden Corpse Pill King's mouth. Every time the Golden Corpse Pill King screamed, a piece of skin fell off his body. About 10 minutes later, only white bones could be seen from the Golden Corpse Pill King's body. Ningyu, you will die. Another 10 minutes later, before the Golden Corpse Pill King finished saying the word die, he fell backwards. I will not die. At least I didn't kill the innocent. Ningyu chuckled, and then a cold light shot out from his eyes, shining on the Golden Corpse Pill King's white bones. Chi. It didn't take long for the Golden Corpse Pill King to completely disappear from the world. Crack! Right after the Golden Corpse Pill King died, a jade token suddenly shattered in a hidden room. Inside the room, a middle-stage yin-yang realm martial artist's expression changed greatly. He quickly tore open the void and disappeared. In the next instant, this middle-stage yin-yang realm martial artist appeared in a dark hall. The hall guard was a man wearing a black robe. Reporting to the sect master, the head of the 4 heavenly kings, the Golden Corpse Pill King, his jade token shattered. The middle-stage yin-yang realm martial artist trembled all over and even stuttered when he spoke. In fact, it was no wonder that this middle-stage yin-yang realm martial artist was trembling. Anyone who experienced so many things in one day would be the same as him. In just a few hours, 3 of the 4 heavenly kings of the Corpse sect had their jade tokens shattered. Chapter 709. Shenyang Pill. Chapter 709. Shenyang Pill Bam. Hearing the middle stage yin-yang realm martial artist's words, the black-robed man at the head of the hall slapped the chair beneath him with an extremely gloomy expression. The Black-Robed Man was the strongest martial artist in the corpse sect. He was also the sect master of the corpse sect. In the corpse sect, aside from the Black-Robed Man, there were only 4 manifestation realm martial artists. In just a few hours, 3 of them died. How could the Black-Robed Man not be shocked? How could he not be angry? Pass down my order. All corpse sect martial artists above the Yin-Yang realm are to move out. Destination: the capital of the Great Xia Kingdom. The Black-Robed Man suddenly stood up and unleashed his aura without holding back. Peak of the manifestation realm. The aura the Black-Robed Man exuded had reached the peak of the manifestation realm. He was only 1 step away from the late stage of the manifestation realm. Plop. Feeling the powerful aura from the Black-Robed Man, the Yin-Yang realm martial artist knelt on the ground with a plop. The Black-Robed Man said coldly, "What are you still standing there for?" Yes. The Yin-Yang realm martial artist didn't dare to be negligent. He scrambled out of the hall. One was a peak of the manifestation realm, while the other was a Yin-Yang realm martial artist. The difference between the two was huge. It was already good enough that the Yin-Yang realm martial artist didn't piss his ass. 3 days later, I will make you pay the price. The Black-Robed Man's expression was cold. His body gradually merged with the void. However, before the Black-Robed Man merged with the void, he left behind an eerie sentence in the hall. Wash Danwu College with blood and flatten the capital. Whoosh! Ningyu didn't know that killing the Golden Corpse Pill King would attract the attention of the corpse sect master. The sect master even wanted to wash Danwu College with blood and flatten the capital. However, even if Ningyu knew, he wouldn't let the Golden Corpse Pill King escape. In a battle between experts, it was either you die or I die. A slight distraction would lead to a tragic death. If Ningyu dared to hold back, he would be the one turning into nothingness. What a reckless waste of natural resources. This is truly a reckless waste of natural resources. Not long after the Golden Corpse Pill King turned into nothingness, the Dark Emperor came out of the storage ring. The Dark Emperor was a heaven-devouring hound and was said to be able to swallow the heavens and earth. In the past, most of the martial artists that Ningyu killed were devoured by the Dark Emperor. This time, the Dark Emperor was unable to devour the Golden Corpse Pill King, so he naturally revealed a disappointed expression. After all, the Golden Corpse Pill King was at the peak of the early stage of the Fate Realm, and his soul power had reached the middle stage of the Earth stage. If the Dark Emperor could devour him, his cultivation could even advance to the late stage of the Yin-Yang realm. Cut the crap. How much have you recovered? Ningyu knew what the Dark Emperor was like, so he automatically ignored the Dark Emperor's words. 50%. The Dark Emperor curled his lips and said, "If I had a large amount of Saint Chi and Royal Grade Origin crystals, I would be able to recover to my peak state very quickly. Don't think about Holy Chi for now. The World Tree's branch has stopped absorbing Holy Chi from the void. There's nothing I can do," Ningyu said helplessly. "As for the Royal Grade Origin crystals, I'll let you have your fill when we return to the capital." "Is that true?" The Dark Emperor's eyes lit up. Ouyang Luan is now listening to my orders. "Why would I lie to you?" Ningyu waved his hand and shifted his gaze to the World Tree's branch in midair. Hiss! This caused Ningyu to suck in a breath of cold air. In midair, the World Tree's branch did not change much. The biggest change was the flower bud at the top of the branch. At this moment, the flower bud was showing signs of blooming. The flower bud showing signs of blooming was not what shocked and excited Ningyu the most. What excited Ningyu the most was that the flower bud was absorbing Saint Chi from the void again. Moreover, the speed at which the flower bud absorbed Saint Chi was obviously faster this time. Look! Suddenly, the Dark Emperor pointed at the end of the branch and shouted. Hearing that, Ningyu quickly shifted his gaze to the end of the branch. Compared to the shock from the previous second, Ningyu was stunned on the spot and could not speak for a long time. At the end of the branch, there was a white pill that was the size of a fingernail. Shenyang pill. Legend has it that once Saint Chi reached a certain viscosity, it would turn into Saint Grade Essence crystals. Something that was of a higher grade than Saint Grade Essence crystals was the Shenyang pill. A normal-sized Shenyang pill was worth hundreds of Saint-grade essence crystals. Furthermore, the Shenyang pill was only circulated amongst Supremacy Realm warriors. However, even amongst Supremacy Realm warriors, the Shenyang pill was a rare commodity that could only be sought after. To think that this is a blessing in disguise. Ningyu did not hide the joy in his eyes as he murmured, "A normal-sized Shenyang pill should be the size of a fist. Seems like I'll have to wait for a few more days." Shu, the Dark Emperor, seemed to have seen the Shenyang pill before, as he did not look as shocked or delighted as Ningyu. To be precise, the Dark Emperor took action immediately. Before Ningyu could react, the Dark Emperor had already arrived beside the branch. Opening his mouth, he swallowed the Shenyang pill that was the size of a fingernail into his stomach. Holy F***CK. When he caught sight of the Dark Emperor's actions, Ningyu could not help but curse. This was way too King cruel. The Shenyang pill was still small and was just a child. The Dark Emperor wouldn't even let off a child. Beast. He was truly no different from a beast. Buzz. The Dark Emperor could not be bothered with Ningyu. After he swallowed the Shenyang pill, he sat down on the ground and began to recover. The Saint Chi contained within the Shenyang pill was not only massive, it was extremely dense as well. Before long, the Dark Emperor recovered to his peak state. In fact, he even had signs of breaking through to late-stage Yin-Yang realm. Ningyu, I've decided. From now on, all the Shenyang pills produced by the flower bud that devours Saint Chi will be mine. After recovering to his peak state, the Dark Emperor still felt a little unsatisfied. He licked his lips reluctantly, looking like he was the boss. Bang! Ningyu kicked the Dark Emperor's bum. Don't even think about touching the Shenyang pills produced by the branch from now on. Swash! After kicking the Dark Emperor away, Ningyu's figure flashed, and he kept the branch of the world tree into his storage ring. Thereafter, Ningyu rose from the ground and sped towards the direction of the silver-winged dragon and the others. Wait for me. At most, we'll split the Shenyang pills 50-50. Now that the Dark Emperor had tasted the sweetness of the Shenyang pills, he definitely did not want to give it up. He chased after Ningyu hurriedly while yelling, "At the very least, we'll split it 40-60. That's my bottom line. As long as you give me a few more Shenyang pills, I'm confident that I'll be able to advance to late-stage Yin-Yang realm." Ningyu could not be bothered with the Dark Emperor. He just wanted to return as soon as possible. In order to defend against the Golden Corpse Pill King, Furball was injured quite badly. Ningyu only wanted to hurry back and treat Furball. Swash! Swash! In the void, two figures flew at an extremely fast speed. Before long, Ningyu and the Dark Emperor arrived before the cave. Furball? Your injuries. The moment he returned, Ningyu caught sight of Furball riding on the back of the silver-winged dragon. Chapter 710. Threatening Danwu College. Chapter 710. Threatening Danwu College. Woof woof. Seeing Ningyu return, Furball revealed an excited expression. It barked twice and hurriedly flew toward Ningyu. Furball was very fast, and before Ningyu could even react, Furball was already perched on his shoulder, its furry little paws scratching at Ningyu's head. Did the sun rise from the west today? Ningyu was very puzzled. In the past, Furball was not very close to him. On the contrary, it was somewhat afraid of him. Could it be because of the 100,000 royal grade origin crystals? Furball had awakened 20% of its bloodline power because of the 100,000 royal grade origin crystals, and its cultivation had a huge leap, reaching the middle stage of Yin-Yang realm. Ningyu, the sun did not rise from the west today. Let me tell you why Furball is so close to you. The Dark Emperor's words mercilessly struck Ningyu's heart, making Ningyu extremely speechless. A heaven-devouring hound that has just awakened its bloodline power has a huge demand for origin crystals, especially a pure-blooded heaven-devouring hound like Furball. The Dark Emperor smiled faintly. At this time, even if you give Furball another 100,000 royal grade origin crystals, he will still be able to completely devour them. My heart hurts. Ningyu clutched his left hand that was holding his heart, while his right hand grabbed Furball and threw it aside. Woof woof. Furball seemed to be very angry after being thrown aside by Ningyu, and barked at Ningyu. Stay on the side. I don't have time to talk nonsense with you. Ningyu glared at Furball, and then went to the side of the silver-winged dragon. In any case, the silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast had played a decisive role in the battle against the golden corpse Pill King. Ningyu naturally would not ignore them. On the way back, Ningyu took a few bottles of holy chi from the flower bud. There was not much holy chi, but it was very dense. The silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast each received 2 bottles of holy chi. They should be able to quickly recover to their peak state. Gulp. Receiving the jade bottles from Ningyu, the silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast did not hesitate and swallowed the bottles together. Ningyu, the Imperials are still in the cave. At this time, Ouyang Luan's voice sounded slowly and anxiously. Ningyu pondered deeply for a moment when he heard this, and then he said, Ouyang Luan, even though you obey my instructions, the other members of the Imperial family are different from you. I think you ought to understand what I mean. Don't worry. They won't dare to disobey you as long as I'm here. Ouyang Luan felt a chill in his heart. He patted his chest and said, Ouyang Luan knew very well that since Ningyu said this, the meaning was already very obvious. He wanted to kill all the other experts of the royal family. As the ancestor of the imperial family, Ouyang Luan naturally didn't want to see such a thing happen. He strongly opposed it and didn't make the heavenly oath again. If anyone dares to do anything harmful to you, you don't need to do anything. I will help you get rid of him. Even so, I'm still a little worried, said Ningyu lightly. Ningyu, what's there to worry about? Just get the other members of the imperial family to swear an oath to the heavens and obey your orders. The Dark Emperor shrugged and said, If you don't want to, you can make them swear an oath to the heavens and listen to my orders. Ouyang Luan's face was ashen. The reason why he wanted to save the rest of the Imperials was to give himself a way out and prevent Ningyu from completely controlling the Great Xia Kingdom. As long as the Imperials could return to the capital, he would be able to contact the mysterious man through them. Ouyang Luan believed that once the mysterious man made his move, Ningyu could only die. Now that the Dark Emperor said to make the Imperials swear to heaven, Ouyang Luan would naturally not agree. Dark Emperor, stay at the side. Ningyu first waved his hand at the Dark Emperor, then stared at Ouyang Luan and said, Remember what you said. If any of the experts of the royal family dares to disobey me, you can't screw up. Understood. Ouyang Luan was overjoyed. He quickly rushed into the depths of the cave. Ningyu, Ouyang Luan definitely doesn't have good intentions. If it was me, I would definitely kill him with one palm. The Dark Emperor curled his lips and said, I also know that Ouyang Luan doesn't have good intentions, and I also know that Ouyang Luan wants to kill me. Ningyu's face was solemn as he said in a deep voice, The reason why I chose to release the Imperials is not because I am kind, but because the corpse sect lost 3 heavenly kings in a day. With the corpse sect's personality, they will definitely gather their experts to besiege the capital. What does the corpse sect gathering experts to besiege the capital have to do with us? The Dark Emperor said indifferently. My family is in Tianxian City, and Tianxian City is a subordinate city of the Great Xia Kingdom. If the skin doesn't exist, how can the hair attach? Ningyu said, Forget it, I don't care about you. You might as well cultivate. After saying this, the Dark Emperor's body turned into a shadow and entered the storage ring. I wonder what the current situation of Danwu College is. Ningyu felt a little uneasy. He decided to rush to the capital and Danwu College as soon as Ouyang Luan came out of the cave. Rumble. As it turned out, Ningyu's uneasiness was right. Currently, the Danwu Academy did not look any different from the outside. However, it was already chaotic inside. Countless students were in a mess. In Danwu College, a few instructors could be seen evacuating the students. These instructors had different degrees of injuries on their bodies. Some of the more timid students even burst into tears. Everyone, don't worry. The group of people who invaded Danwu College has been forced to the back mountain by the dean and trapped within a ray. One of the Enyang intermediate stage instructors said loudly, "Everyone don't panic. As long as the dean gets rid of those people, you can come back." After saying this, the Enyang intermediate stage instructor whispered a few words to the peak primal core instructor next to him. Then, he tore open the void and disappeared. Whoosh! The disappearance of the Enyang intermediate stage instructor caused a commotion among the students. I heard that there is a heavenly king from the corpse sect among the invaders. Heavenly king. The heavenly king of the corpse sect is a manifestation state cultivator. We are doomed this time. The tragedy was spreading, and it seemed to continue to spread. What are you afraid of? The dean is also a manifestation state cultivator. With the dean and a group of elders around, everything will be fine soon. Compared to the panic of the students, Li Tongtian was much calmer. That's right. All we could do now is wait. The peak primal core instructor echoed. If anyone dares to spread rumors, don't blame me for being rude. Rumble. At the same time, in the back mountain of Danwu College, an earth-shattering rumble resounded as a figure rapidly retreated, only stopping when his body collided with the giant tree behind him. Mu Feng, you old man. Do you think you can trap us with this stupid array? Chapter 711. Desolate Sky Array, Corpse Maniac. This is the Desolate Sky Array. Let alone you, even the Golden Corpse Pill King, who is ranked first among the 4 heavenly kings, might not be able to break it. Mu Feng's expression was solemn as he berated. Since you dare to behave atrociously in Danwu College, you should be prepared to be killed. Ha ha ha. The martial artist called Corpse Maniac laughed maniacally. Then, he changed the topic and said coldly, "You little shrimps want to kill me? Dream on. To tell you the truth, the current me can kill a Golden Corpse Pill King in one move." Buzz. Corpse Maniac's eyes turned cold as he spoke. Then, he unleashed his aura. What? Mu Feng's expression changed drastically when he felt the powerful aura emitted by Corpse Maniac. According to Mu Feng's knowledge, the Corpse sect had 4 heavenly kings, and each of them was at the initial stage of the manifestation realm. Bai Wu was at the initial stage of the manifestation realm, and Bai Guang was also at the initial stage of the manifestation realm. However, the Corpse Maniac before him was not at the initial stage of the manifestation realm, but at the intermediate stage of the manifestation realm. There was a huge difference between the initial stage of the manifestation realm and the intermediate stage of the manifestation realm. The Desolate Sky Array could trap an initial stage of the manifestation realm, but against the intermediate stage of the manifestation realm, it was only a matter of time before it was broken. I can't be bothered to talk nonsense with you. The reason why I didn't start a massacre in Danwu College was because I wanted to lure all of you here and kill you without spilling a single drop of blood. Corpse Maniac gloomily said, "Don't worry, I won't kill you. I'll only refine you into a puppet. That way, I can completely control Danwu College." I'm a little excited to think that I can control Danwu College. What are you excited for? Everyone, don't hold back. Pour all your Yuan Qi into the Desolate Sky Array. Mu Feng was not an indecisive person. He made a prompt decision and shouted, "Old Ancestor Jiao, gather all the Enyang stage and above instructors in Danwu College. Tell them to come here quickly." At this critical moment, Mu Feng couldn't care so much. At first, he wanted to hide this matter, but now he changed his mind. He decided to gather the strength of Danwu College to kill the zombie. In any case, the paper couldn't wrap up the fire. From the beginning of the Coiling Dragon Ridge incident, Mu Feng knew that the Corpse sect was going to attack. Rather than sitting around and waiting for death, it was better to gather the strength of Danwu College and get rid of the zombie maniac first. Ancestor Jiao hadn't even left when Mu Feng said, "Also, call all the elders of Danwu College who are in seclusion to come here. This is a moment of life and death for Danwu College. No one could screw up." Hua. Old Ancestor Jiao didn't say anything. He just nodded firmly before tearing through the void and disappearing in the blink of an eye. Seeing Old Ancestor Jiao leave, Corpse Kwang shouted to the cultivators around him, "All of you retreat first." I will break open the desolate heaven array. Yes. Behind Corpse Maniac, more than 10 people responded at the same time. Among these people, the lowest cultivation level was at the peak of the yin-yang realm, while the highest was at the half-step creation realm. In short, Corpse Kwong, Bai Wu, and Bai Wu weren't fighting alone, but with their respective subordinates. Bai Wu and Bai Guang were ranked 3rd and 4th among the 4 heavenly kings, so naturally, they didn't have as many subordinates as Corpse Kwong. Both of their subordinates added together would only be able to match the Corpse Maniac. Mu Feng, I will let you see the true strength of a middle-stage creation realm martial artist. The corner of Corpse Kwong's mouth rose as he said, "The desolate heaven array is like a piece of paper in front of me. Its defense is 0. The moment the word "ro" fell, Corpse Kwong flipped his wrist, and a fist light instantly appeared and blasted toward Mu Feng at an astonishing speed. Bang! Before the fist light could reach Mu Feng, it was blocked by the desolate heaven array. "Break for me!" Corpse Frenzy snorted coldly. Crack! 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 As Corpse Kwong's shout fell, a series of cracking sounds rang in the area. Everyone hold on. Mu Feng poured all his Yuan Qi into the desolate heaven array without reservation. Actually, Mu Feng was a little regretful. If he knew that Corpse Kwong was a middle-stage creation realm martial artist, he would have summoned the elders of Danwu College who were in seclusion. Why would they allow Corpse Kwong to behave atrociously here? Crack, crack, crack. However, Mu Feng's reaction was a little late. As time passed, the cracking sounds from the desolate heaven array became more and more rapid. In the end, the desolate heaven array even shook rapidly. If this continued, Corpse Kwong believed that in another minute or two, the desolate heaven array would be completely broken by Corpse Kwong. Damn it! Looking at the desolate heaven array that was about to be broken, Mu Feng's heart sank to the bottom. The current situation was even more tragic than when they faced Bai Wu and Bai Guang not long ago. Bai Wu and Bai Guang might not be Corpse Kwong's match, even if they joined forces. I have to think of a way to lure Corpse Kwong to Danwu College's forbidden area. Mu Feng's eyes turned as he thought of a countermeasure. In Danwu College, the array formation that was more powerful than the desolate heaven array was not in the back mountain, but in the forbidden area. The array formation in the Danwu Academy's forbidden area. Even if a late-stage creation realm martial artist barged in, they might not be able to break it. Ha ha! Desolate heaven array. I think it's more like the desolate earth array. Suddenly, Corpse Kwong laughed loudly and dashed straight out. This time, Corpse Kwong did not throw a punch. Instead, he used his iron-like fist to hit the desolate heaven array. Rumble. Corpse Kwong's punch contained an extremely violent gust of wind. As expected, it directly blasted a hole in the desolate heaven array. Go, kill all martial artists below Yin-Yang Peak stage. I still have use for the rest. Corpse Berserker let out a low roar and rushed out of the gap. His target was the Dean of Danwu College, Mu Feng. Everyone don't panic. Leave Corpse Kwong to me. All of you fight the rest. Mu Feng knew that he had to stand up now. Otherwise, Danwu College would really be destroyed in his hands. Corpse Kwong, catch up if you have the guts. Mu Feng gritted his teeth. You and I are both manifestation realm martial artists. If we fight here, it's very likely to affect the innocent. Let's fight somewhere else. Hee hee, don't think that I don't know what you're thinking. Corpse Kwong laughed sinisterly. But I'm not afraid. In the face of absolute power, all schemes and tricks are useless. Swoosh. After laughing sinisterly, Corpse Kwong tore the void and chased after them. As for this area, an earth-shattering battle had broken out. All kinds of spells were flying, and the rumbling sound was endless. What's going on? At the gate of the capital, several martial artists appeared from the void. This group of people was Ningyu and the others. As soon as Ouyang Luan left the cave, Ningyu rushed to the capital without stopping. After a period of rushing at full speed, Ningyu and the others finally arrived at the main gate of the capital. The loud noise should have come from Danwu College, Ouyang Luan said. Danwu College. Chapter 712. In the Forbidden Area. Ever since he killed the Golden Corpse Pill King, Ningyu had a feeling that something big was about to happen. As expected, he heard an earth-shattering rumble as soon as he arrived at the gate of the capital. Moreover, the direction of the rumble was from Danwu College. Therefore, Ningyu and the rest did not have time to rest and continued their journey without stopping. However, their destination was closer this time. It only took them a few minutes to reach their destination from the gate of the capital. Whoosh! 3 to 4 minutes later, Ningyu, Oyanglun, and the rest arrived at Danwu College. It's at the back of the mountain. After entering the Danwu Academy, Ningyu first unleashed his perception, then his figure flashed as he headed straight for the back mountain. Since Ningyu was flying in front, Oyanglun and the rest did not dare to stop. They followed closely behind Ningyu and flew over Danwu College. Whoosh! Due to the urgency of the situation, Ningyu and the rest did not conceal their auras. Instead, they flew over Danwu College in broad daylight. This caused many of the Danwu Academy's students to gape slightly, their faces filled with astonishment. Isn't that Ningyu? Why is he heading to the back of the mountain? Ningyu won first place in the alchemy competition. No. Why are the martial artists behind Ningyu so powerful? Suddenly, a peak stage primal core, fake saint exclaimed. The fake saint's exclamation immediately attracted the attention of all the students of Danwu College. Gasp! It would have been fine if they didn't look, but once they did, all the students sucked in a breath of cold air. I know that martial artist. He's the emperor of the Xia Kingdom, Ouyang Ba. A sharp-eyed martial artist noticed that Ouyang Ba was also among the group of martial artists behind Ningyu. Apart from Ouyang Ba, the martial artists behind Ningyu are mostly at the peak of Yin Yang realm. There are even a few martial artists half a step into the manifestation realm. Some of them even placed their attention on Oyanglun and said in a deep voice, if I'm not wrong, that old man's cultivation has surpassed the half-step manifestation realm. Surpassing half-step blessed realm? The sharp-eyed cultivator was slightly stunned before he exclaimed in surprise. Doesn't that mean that the old man's cultivation is in the manifestation realm? Boom! As soon as the sharp-eyed martial artist's voice fell, the surroundings went into an uproar. At such a critical moment, if a creation realm martial artist came forward to help, even if the Corpsine sect sent another heavenly king, it would be difficult for them to pose a real threat to Danwu College. Of course, the students of Danwu College did not know that the Corpse Berserker was in the middle stage of the Blessed Realm. If they knew the true cultivation of Corpse Maniac, they would not be so optimistic. No, I have to inform Ningyu and tell him not to take any risks. Among the students, Li Tongtian frowned slightly. Then, he gritted his teeth and left the crowd, running toward the back of the mountain. Li Tongtian and Ningyu had a good relationship, so he definitely did not want to see Ningyu take the risk. Whoosh! Ningyu did not know about the reactions of Li Tongtian and the students. At this time, he had already arrived at the back of Danwu College and had asked Ouyang Ba to bring many experts from the imperial family to join the battle. Old ancestor Jiu Mo and the others were already on the verge of collapsing. Now that there was fresh blood, the situation had taken a 180-degree turn. From being suppressed by the experts of Corpsine sect, they were now the ones suppressing the experts of Corpsine sect. Old ancestor Jiu Mo, where's Dean Mu? Ningyu did not join the battle. He asked in a deep voice. Oyanglun stood beside Ningyu with an expressionless face. Dean Mu led Corpse Maniac to the forbidden area of Danwu College. He said that he wanted to activate the array formation to trap Corpse Maniac. Old ancestor Jiu Mo forced back a half-step manifestation realm expert from Corpsine sect and answered, Corpse Maniac is ranked second among the 4 heavenly kings of Corpsine sect. His cultivation has reached the mid-stage of manifestation realm. What? The mid-stage of manifestation realm? Ningyu could not believe his ears. His eyes widened as he asked again. The Golden Corpse Elixir King was ranked first among the 4 heavenly kings, but he was only at the peak of the early stage of manifestation realm. What was going on with Corpse Maniac? How could he be at the mid-stage of manifestation realm? Old ancestor Jiu Mo nodded and said, Corpse Maniac is indeed at the mid-stage of Manifestation Realm. Even the desolate sky array could not trap him. F*CK me. Ningyu had some understanding of the desolate sky array. Generally speaking, it was difficult for an early-stage Manifestation Realm martial artist to break the desolate sky array. The fact that Corpse Maniac could break the desolate sky array meant that his cultivation had reached the mid-stage of Manifestation Realm, as old ancestor Jomo had said. This is a little troublesome. Ningyu frowned, then gritted his teeth and said, Senior Jomo, you guys stay here and deal with the corpse sex experts. Ouyang Luan and I will go to Danwu College's forbidden area to help Dean Mu. Wait, there are many arrays in Danwu College's forbidden area. It is dangerous. It is safer for me to bring you there. Old ancestor Jomo thought for a moment and decided to personally bring Ningyu and Ouyang Luan to Danwu College's forbidden area. With Ouyang Luan's strength, other arrays aside from the one in the forbidden area would not be able to trap him. But in order to let Ouyang Luan fight the Corpse Maniac to the fullest, old ancestor Jomo decided to lead the way. Swish! Without waiting for Ningyu to refuse, old ancestor Jomo dashed forward and headed straight for Danwu College's forbidden area. Let's go too. Ningyu didn't waste time with old ancestor Jomo. He raised his speed to the limit and followed closely behind old ancestor Jomo. The forbidden area was not far from the back mountain of Danwu College. 1 minute later, Ningyu and the others appeared in the forbidden area. Looking around, Ningyu was dumbfounded. How is this a forbidden area? As far as the eye could see, the surroundings were completely empty, and there wasn't even a single figure to be seen. Senior Jomo, are you sure this is Danwu College's forbidden area? Ningyu asked doubtfully. Old ancestor Jomo didn't speak. Instead, he took out a crystal ball and threw it into the empty space in front of him. Rumble. In the next moment, the crystal ball exploded. In the area where the crystal ball exploded, an illusory stone door suddenly appeared. Through the stone door is Danwu College's forbidden area. Old ancestor Jomo stepped on the ground and was the first to pass through the stone door. Seeing old ancestor Jomo's action, Ningyu hesitated for a second. Then, he gritted his teeth and also entered the stone door. Ha ha, Mu Feng, you old fool. I thought you had some powerful trump card after going through so much trouble to lure me here. So your trump card is these small shrimps? As soon as Ningyu entered the stone door, he heard a maniacal laughter. It really is the middle stage of the Manifestation Realm. Ningyu looked in the direction of the laughter and saw two groups of people facing each other in the dense forest in the distance. Ningyu recognized the leaders of both groups. One of them was Mu Feng, the dean of the academy. Behind Mu Feng, there were more than a dozen peak experts whose cultivation ranged from the middle stage of the Yin-Yang realm to the half-step Manifestation Realm. As for the other group, there was only one person, including the leader. But this one person could take on all of Mu Feng's people. Chapter 713. 8 Desolate Corpses Trap Formation. Ningyu, why are you here? When Mu Feng saw Ningyu, he subconsciously shifted his gaze behind Ningyu. When they were in the cave, the silver winged dragon and the twin horn beast had brutally killed Bai Wu and Bai Guang. This meant that their abilities were already infinitely close to the middle stage of the Blessed Realm. With their help and the formation in the forbidden area of Danwu College, they would have a 50% chance of killing the zombie. Not only me, Ouyang Luan is also here. Ningyu seemed to know what Mu Feng was thinking. He first pointed at Ouyang Luan, then transmitted his voice to Mu Feng. Actually, Senior Silver Winged Dragon and Senior Twin Horn Beast are also here. Don't make any noise for the time being, and wait for the critical moment to deal a fatal blow to the Berserk Corpse Beast. Ouyang Luan. Without waiting for Mu Feng's reply, the corners of Corpse Frenzy's mouth curled up, and he sinisterly said, The Imperial family's old ancestor is at the initial stage of the Manifestation Realm. Corpse Maniac, I admire your courage. You dared to barge into the capital alone, Ouyang Luan said in a deep voice. Ha ha ha. Corpse Maniac raised his head and laughed madly. Then, He changed the topic and said coldly, I alone can still slaughter all of you. As soon as the word kill fell, the berserk corpse stomped on the ground and dashed out. Not good. Ouyang Luan's complexion changed dramatically as he looked at the approaching berserk corpse. He quickly retreated. Hee. Ouyang Luan, I'll let you live for a while longer. My target this time is Mu Feng. Before the corpse maniac could reach Ouyang Luan's side, he let out a faint laugh, suddenly turned his head, and flew towards Mu Feng. Chi. The corpse berserker was very fast, so fast that the surrounding air chose to avoid it. Raised the formation. At the critical moment, Mu Feng waved his hands rapidly and shouted in a low voice. Swish, 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 following Mu Feng's low roar. With him as the center, several Yuan Qi light pillars suddenly rose from all directions. Each of these Yuan Qi light pillars contained violent Yuan Qi undulations and were as thick as a person's waist. Voila! Several Yuan Qi light pillars converged in midair, including Corpse Frenzy. Even Mu Feng was trapped in the array. Corpse Frenzy, this is the 8 Desolation Corpse Trapping Formation. Mu Feng stood at the eye of the 8 Desolate Corpse Trapping Array and berated, You won't be able to escape today. I can't escape even if I have wings. I want to see how this so-called 8 Desolate Corpse Trapping Formation can trap me. Corpse Maniac did not care about the 8 Desolation and 9 Desolation Corpse Trapping Array at all. If his cultivation was only at the early stage of the creation realm, he might have been a little afraid. However, now that his cultivation had reached the middle stage of the creation realm, he was naturally not afraid of the universal corpse trapping formation. Corpse Exploding Fist. In the next moment, a frightening look appeared in Corpse Kwang's eyes, and a monstrous Corpse Yin Qi appeared on his fists. Then, Corpse Maniac's fist bombarded the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation. Rumble. Corpse Yin Qi was the unique Qi of the Corpse Yin sect. Although it was not as powerful as the Dead Spirit Qi, it was still very powerful in the hands of the Corpse Maniac. The 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation was hit by the Berserk Corpse's fists, and it immediately tottered, showing signs of dispersing. That was just the appetizer. Now, I'll let you taste the power of the Dead Spirit Qi. The Corpse Maniac was very dissatisfied that his fist did not break the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation. He coldly snorted, and a dense Dead Spirit Qi appeared on his fists, and he once again bombarded the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation. Seeing the Dead Spirit Qi wrapped around the Corpse Maniac's fists, Mu Feng's expression changed greatly, and his heart sank to the bottom. He had seen the power of the Dead Spirit Qi. If the Corpse Maniac bombarded the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation with the Dead Spirit Qi, the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation might not be able to hold on. Dean Mu quickly opened the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation and let me take the Corpse Maniac's fist. Just when Mu Feng was feeling despair, Ningyu shouted and quickly rushed towards him. No, the Corpse Maniac's fists are filled with the Dead Spirit Qi. If you take his fist, you might die on the spot. Mu Feng flatly refused Ningyu. What a joke. Ningyu is only at the early stage of Yin-Yang realm, while the Corpse Maniac was at the middle stage of Manifestation realm. The gap between the two could not be measured. From Mu Feng's point of view, if he let Ningyu take the Corpse Maniac's fist, it would be the same as sending Ningyu to his death. Damn it! Ningyu knew that Mu Feng did not open the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation for his own good, but did not stop him from cursing in his heart. Helpless, after cursing in his heart, Ningyu could only stop on the spot and watch the Corpse Maniac's fist smash into the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation. Crack! A crisp sound rang out. Without a doubt, the Corpse Maniac's fist, which contained the Dead Spirit Qi, easily broke the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation. Puff, puff, puff. As soon as the 8 Desolation Corpse trapping formation was broken, several figures scuttled out from the ground and fell in disorder. These warriors were all elders of Danwu College, and their cultivation ranged from the early stage of Yin-Yang realm to the peak stage of Yin-Yang realm. There were even a few half-step manifestation realm elders. Obviously, they were hiding underground in order to provide energy for the 8 Desolation corpse trapping formation. Now that the 8 Desolation corpse trapping formation was broken, they were naturally affected and suffered heavy injuries. Sigh. I already knew that these small fries were hiding underground. Unfortunately, they may not see tomorrow's sun. The corpse maniac sighed softly and shrugged. Reincarnate into a good life in your next life. Don't follow an idiot like Mu Feng anymore. There's not much of a way out. As he spoke, the corpse maniac's figure gradually became illusory. Be careful. Seeing the corpse maniac's body become illusory, Ning Yu's eyes narrowed slightly. He hurriedly displayed the spiritual art to the extreme and rushed out in an instant. Ning Yu's speed was very fast, and he arrived in front of Mu Feng in almost an instant. Brat, since you're courting death, I'll fulfill your wish first. Originally, the corpse maniac wanted to kill Mu Feng first, but seeing Ning Yu's sudden appearance, he changed his mind and decided to kill Ning Yu first before dealing with Mu Feng. In fact, for the current corpse maniac, there was not much difference between killing Ning Yu first and killing Mu Feng first. It was just a matter of who came first. Life and death palm. At the critical moment, Ning Yu gathered all the essence chi in his sea of consciousness on his wrist and blasted out with a back-end palm. Flower bud, it's up to you. However, when Ning Yu pushed out his palm, he quietly hid the branch of the world tree in his cuff. The flower bud on the branch could purify the dead spirit chi. Ning Yu's idea was very simple, and that was to purify the dead spirit chi on the corpse maniac even if he was seriously injured. Only in this way, when the silver winged dragon and the twin-horned beast joined hands with Mu Feng and Ouyang Luan, would they have a high chance of killing the corpse maniac. Otherwise, everyone would be finished today without the slightest possibility of survival. Child's play. The corpse maniac did not take Ning Yu seriously. Dense dead spirit chi emerged on his fist and collided with Ning Yu's palm. Crack! As the palm and fist collided, the situation seemed to be developing in the direction that the corpse maniac expected. The crisp sound came from the bones in Ning Yu's palm breaking. However, the corpse maniac gradually realized that the situation was abnormal, and it seemed to be a little out of his control. Logically speaking, when the bones in Ning Yu's palm were broken, he should have retreated like a dead dog. However, Ning Yu did not. Chapter 714. Changkuan not good. The moment the terrifying suction force emerged from Ning Yu's cuff, the corpse maniac's pupils shrank. He discovered that the dead spirit chi on his fist was uncontrollable. Like an obedient lamb, it swept straight toward Ning Yu's cuff. Although he did not know what was in Ning Yu's cuff, the corpse maniac was certain that the item in Ning Yu's cuff could restrain the dead spirit chi. Thinking of this, the corpse maniac exerted a little force, trying to retract his fist. However, no matter how hard the corpse maniac tried, his fist could not be separated from Ning Yu's palm. Since I can't pull it back, I'll chop you. Unable to retract his fist, the corpse maniac gritted his teeth and took out a silver-white flying sword with his left hand. He slashed straight at Ning Yu's wrist. Hurry, hurry, hurry up. Seeing that the silver-white flying sword was about to slash his wrist, Ning Yu said anxiously. Chi. Perhaps Ning Yu's call had worked. The suction force from the flower bud instantly expanded several times. In an instant, the dead spirit chi on the corpse maniac's fist was completely absorbed. Go! Since the dead spirit chi on the corpse maniac's fist was completely absorbed, there was naturally no need for Ning Yu to stay. When a silver-white flying sword was a few centimeters away from his wrist, he quickly retracted his palm and used all his strength to retreat backward. While retreating, Ning Yu shouted, Dean Mu, the corpse maniac has lost the dead spirit chi. Now is the best time to kill him. Understood. Mu Feng was waiting for this moment. In fact, the moment Ning Yu retreated, Mu Feng was ready to make a move. However, he was afraid of accidentally injuring Ning Yu, so he did not make a move at the first moment. At this moment, seeing that Ning Yu was getting further and further away from the corpse maniac, Mufong immediately rose from the ground and punched at the corpse maniac with violent energy fluctuations. Humph! Old fart Mufong, even if I lose my dead spirit chi, killing you is still as easy as killing a dog. Corpse Frenzy coldly snorted. He temporarily gave up on killing Ningyu and turned to deal with Mufong. What if I'm included? At this time, Ouyang Luan received Ningyu's order to cooperate with Mufong to kill the corpse berserk. Ouyang Luan had sworn a heavenly oath that he would obey Ningyu's instructions for a year. So, at this time, he certainly did not dare to disobey Ningyu's order. Including you? I'll kill you all the same. Corpse Maniac glanced at Ouyang Luan on the other side, his tone still unyielding. Hee, if one is not enough, then how about the two of us? Suddenly, a faint laughter rang out in the area. Then, two figures appeared in the void beside Ningyu. Silver Winged Dragon, Twin-Horned Beast. Seeing the two figures that suddenly appeared, Mufong was overjoyed. Ningyu was the savior of Danwu College. In other words, Ningyu might be the nemesis of the Corpsine sect. Bai Wu, Bai Guang, and now Corpse Berserk were the heavenly kings of the Corpsine sect. Bai Wu and Bai Guang had already been killed, and now Corpse Berserk's dead spirit chi had been deprived, so his combat strength had dropped a lot. If Corpse Berserk was killed today, perhaps Ningyu would be listed as a person on the Corpsine sect's kill list. What Mufong did not know was that the Golden Corpse Pill King had also died in the hands of Ningyu. If he knew that the Golden Corpse Pill King had already been killed by Ningyu, it was unknown how he would feel. Two half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts. If it was only Mufong and Ouyang Luan, Corpse Berserk naturally had nothing to fear. After all, he had lost his dead spirit chi, and his combat strength was still 80% of his peak. It was more than enough to deal with two manifestation realm early-stage martial artists. But with the addition of two half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts, Corpse Berserk was a little worried. Half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts, especially the two half-step manifestation realm demonic beasts in front of him, were even comparable to ordinary manifestation realm early-stage martial artists. Ningyu, is Dean Mu and the rest a match for Corpse Berserk? Although it was 4 against 1, old ancestor Mo was still a little worried. Senior Silver Winged Dragon and Senior Twin-Horned Beast seem to be injured. I'm afraid their combat strength is not at its peak. Old ancestor Mo could clearly see that the wings on the back of the Silver Winged Dragon were broken, and the two legs on the top of the Twin-Horned Beast's head were only left. Old ancestor Mo could not be at ease with the Silver Winged Dragon and Twin-Horned Beast in their current state. Senior Mo, rest assured, the Silver Winged Dragon and Twin-Horned Beast combat strength is definitely not weak. In fact, they're even stronger than Dean Mu and Ouyang Luan. Ningyu said as he treated his injured palm. Actually, there was something that Ningyu did not say out loud. The Silver Winged Dragon and Twin-Horned Beast both used Holy Chi that was about to be converted into Shengyang pills. Even if their wings and horns were broken, their battle prowess would only be stronger, not weaker. I'm still a little worried. How about this? I'll guard here, and you go to the back mountain of Danwu College and see if the corpse sect has been dealt with. Old ancestor Mo thought about it and said, once the corpse sect is dealt with, bring the experts from Danwu College and the Imperial family over. At that time, everyone will join forces to deal with the corpse maniac. In old ancestor Mo's opinion, there was strength in numbers. Even if the corpse maniac was at the mid-stage of the manifestation realm, it would be difficult for it to gain the upper hand if dozens of Yin-Yang Peak and half-step manifestation realm martial artists attacked together. You might have underestimated the strength of a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist. Ningyu shook his head and said, unless you're a genius at the peak of the Yin-Yang Peak, you would be defeated or even killed by the corpse maniac in one move. In his previous life, Ningyu had experienced the mid-stage manifestation realm, so he naturally knew the shocking strength of a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist. It could be said that only heaven-defying geniuses could cross the gap between the Yin-Yang Peak and the manifestation realm. The rest of the people could only hold a grudge in front of this gap. Boom! While Ningyu was still talking with old ancestor Jomo, the corpse maniac and the others had already started fighting. The corpse maniac was fighting 1 against 4, but it wasn't at a disadvantage at all. On the contrary, the corpse maniac was slightly ahead. Old ancestor Jomo, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and gather all the experts from Danwu College. We'll join forces to deal with the corpse maniac. Old ancestor Jomo was convinced by Ningyu, but the other Danwu College elders were very anxious. One of the half-step manifestation realm elders angrily shouted at old ancestor Jomo, "Today is a moment of life and death for Danwu College. Not only are you not doing anything, but you're also standing there and watching. What are your intentions?" Elder Chong Kun, old ancestor Jomo's mouth opened slightly when he was reprimanded by the half-step manifestation realm elder. He was about to defend himself when his voice was interrupted. "There's no need to say anything else. You go deal with the corpse maniac now. I'll go out and call for help." Chong Kun waved his hand and said in a cold tone, "If we can't kill the corpse maniac today, I'll hold you accountable." After saying that, Chong Kun glared at Ningyu and moved in a flash, intending to leave the forbidden area. Ningyu was a little baffled by Chong Kun's glare. He didn't seem to have offended Elder Chong Kun, did he? Chapter 715. Chapter 715. Corpse Puppet, Senior Jomo, who is Chong Kun. If Chong Kun was an ordinary yin-yang realm martial artist, Ningyu might not stoop to his level and would have just laughed it off. Most importantly, Chong Kun's cultivation had reached the half-step manifestation realm and was only 1 step away from advancing to the manifestation realm. Ningyu did not want to be targeted by a half-step to manifestation realm martial artist for no reason. Hence, he wanted to ask clearly who this Chong Kun was. Chong Kun is the leader of Danwu College's elder group and is at the peak of the half-step manifestation realm. Old ancestor Jomo was a little displeased at the mention of Chong Kun. In Danwu College, Chong Kun can even stand up to Dean Mu. "No wonder he's so arrogant," Ningyu muttered. By the way, more than half of Danwu College's elders and mentors are from Chong Kun's faction. Suddenly, old ancestor Jomo seemed to recall something and added, "Yi Tian and Chong Kun have an unusual relationship." Yi Tian? Dan Shinzi's last disciple? Ningyu raised an eyebrow. "That's right." Old ancestor Jomo nodded. Chong Kun has suggested letting Yi Tian enter the pill cave several times, but Dean Mu has vetoed it every time. Dean Mu's meaning is clear. Yi Tian can enter the pill cave, but he must meet the requirements. "I was wondering why Chong Kun was hostile toward me," Ningyu muttered. He had won first place in the alchemy competition and was allowed to enter the pill cave to cultivate for a day and night. Old ancestor Jomo had even promised him in front of so many people that he would fight for 2 days and 2 nights of cultivation time for him. Just as Ningyu was about to say something, the battle in the distance had reached its climax. Corpse Maniac seized this rare opportunity and punched Ouyang Luan's chest with a violent Yuan Qi gale. The huge force in his chest caused Ouyang Luan to spit out a mouthful of blood. His aura instantly dropped from the early stage of the manifestation realm to the half-step manifestation realm. Ouyang Luan was the weakest on the battlefield. Both the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast had the dense Saint Qi that Ningyu had given them. Although the amount was not much, it could replenish their Yuan Qi at any time. Danwu College was Mu Feng's headquarters. After returning, he naturally had many life-saving methods. Ouyang Luan felt somewhat bitter. Firstly, this was not the Imperial Palace. Secondly, Ningyu did not give him any divine Qi. Corpse Maniac understood the logic of picking on the soft persimmon. "Ha ha ha! Mu Feng, you old fool. You four may be able to contend against me if you join hands. But Ouyang Luan has basically lost his fighting strength. Let's see what other tricks you have up your sleeves." Berserk Corpse raised his head and laughed wildly. Whoosh! As soon as Corpse Maniac's wild laughter fell, Ningyu rose from the ground and instantly stopped in front of Ouyang Luan. "Corpse Frenzy, do you really think that Ouyang Luan has lost his fighting strength?" Ningyu took out a small jade bottle from his bosom and said lightly, Yanglun is just exhausted. He will recover soon. Seeing the jade bottle in Ning Yu's hand, Yanglun's face was filled with excitement. Yanglun was not a fool. He knew that the reason why the silver-winged dragon and the twin horn beast were able to maintain their peak state was because they had divine qi. If he also had divine qi, he would definitely not be any weaker than the silver-winged dragon and the others. Ningyu did not hesitate. With a flip of his wrist, he directly threw the jade bottle to Yanglun. Pa! Yanglun took the jade bottle and directly swallowed it in front of everyone without any disguise. Boom! As the jade bottle entered his stomach, Yanglun's originally dispirited aura instantly climbed to its peak. Shit! Seeing that Yanglun had recovered to his peak state so quickly, Corpse Maniac instantly cursed. If Mu Feng and the others were the same as Yanglun, then what was the point of fighting? He could just directly surrender. No matter how strong his cultivation was, it was impossible for him to fight like a puppet. That's right, puppet. Suddenly, Corpse Maniac's eyes burst with a frightening light. His palm reached deep into his bosom and took out a golden storage bag. Open! Along with Corpse Maniac's low roar, the golden storage bag suddenly exploded. The explosion of the golden storage bag caused a huge shockwave that even caused Ningyu and the others to temporarily close their eyes. When Ningyu and the others opened their eyes, they were immediately dumbfounded. This was because there were 4 corpse puppets on the left and right of Corpse Maniac. The cultivation of these corpse puppets was not very high. They were only at the half-step manifestation stage. However, it was these 8 corpse puppets that caused all the martial artists at the scene to suck in a breath of cold air. At this critical moment, the sudden appearance of 8 corpse puppets beside Corpse Maniac was a disaster for Ningyu and the others. Fortunately, I was quick-witted and brought half of the corpse puppets from the corpse sect headquarters with me. Otherwise, we might have really died here today. Corpse Maniac smiled sinisterly. Mu Feng, I'll give you a chance now. Obediently open your mind and let me control you. Otherwise, at this point, the Berserker corpse paused for a moment before he continued. I will refine you into a corpse puppet and make you suffer inhuman pain. This is going to be troublesome. Ningyu's heart sank to the bottom. Although the speed at which the flower bud absorbed Saint Chi had increased a lot, it was not enough to support 4 people using it at the same time. Moreover, there were now 8 more half-step manifestation stage corpse puppets. Even if the flower bud's speed of absorbing Saint Chi doubled, it would still be useless. Ningyu, it's not impossible to kill Corpse Maniac. Suddenly, Red Devil's voice rang in Ningyu's mind. Hearing Red Devil's words, Ningyu was slightly stunned at first before he hurriedly said, "What method?" "Rely on the Red Devil sword," Red Devil said in a deep voice. The Red Devil sword is currently at the peak of King stage. It only needs a few million royal grade origin crystals to advance to Monarch stage. You mean to say that we should let the Red Devil sword advance to Monarch stage and then use the Monarch stage aura that erupts at that moment to give Corpse Maniac a fatal blow? Ningyu was puzzled. That's right. In a sense, Monarch stage aura is comparable to Sovereign stage aura. Red Devil explained, since the Red Devil sword was at Monarch stage at its peak, it can completely erupt the Monarch stage aura hidden in its body when it recovers to Monarch stage. How confident are you? Ningyu asked. 10%, Red Devil said, but as long as we have enough royal grade origin crystals, I can increase the success rate to 80%. Go and prepare. I'll deal with the royal grade origin crystals. Ningyu took a deep breath and then transmitted his voice to Mu Feng. Royal grade origin crystals. I need a large amount of royal grade origin crystals. It couldn't be better if there are royal grade origin crystals. Also, give me half an hour. Ningyu did not beat around the bush. He went straight to the point and asked for origin crystals. Hearing Ningyu's voice transmission, Mu Feng pondered for 0.1 seconds. This 0.1 second might decide the future of Danwu College. Chapter 716. Blood God Palace Whoosh. 1/10 of a second passed quickly. With a flick of Mu Feng's sleeve, a cold light shot towards old ancestor Mo Chi Chi. The cold light pierced through the void, emitting a hissing sound. Mu Feng's low roar accompanied the hissing sounds. Old ancestor Mo, take this key to Danwu College's treasury and take out all the royal-grade origin crystals. Pa! After old ancestor Mo caught the golden key, he didn't hesitate and immediately tore the void to leave the forbidden ground. Walala! However, before forefather Mo could enter the void crack, several figures appeared around him. Among them, a half-step manifestation realm martial artist said in a low voice, "Forefather Mo, the royal-grade origin crystal in the treasury belongs to Danwu College. You can't take it out and give it to Ningyu." Chong Kuan. Looking at the familiar figure before him, old ancestor Mo clenched his fists tightly, and his heart sank to the bottom. At critical moments, Chong Kuan would always do something like this. "Hand over the key. I'll keep it for the time being." Chong Kuan sneered and said, "As for you, hurry up and join the battlefield. Fight against the zombies together with the elders and instructors of Danwu College." Damn, there really are a lot of idiots. Hearing Chong Kuan's words, Ningyu couldn't help but curse. At the moment of life and death, not only did Chong Kuan not help Mu Feng and the others, he was instead fighting for power here. If it weren't for Mu Feng and ancestor Mo's face, Ningyu would have wanted to immediately retreat. Moreover, he would have even let the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast leave as well. "Kid, who are you calling an idiot?" Chong Kuan was a half-step creation realm martial artist. In addition, Ningyu's scolding was very loud, so it naturally did not escape his ears. "Whoever answers me is an idiot," Ningyu said coldly. "Leave the royal-grade origin crystals in Danwu College's treasury to me, and I'm confident in severely injuring or even killing the corpse maniac. If I leave it to you, how confident are you?" "You." Chong Kuan's face was gloomy from Ningyu's undisguised sarcasm, and then he changed the topic and said, "All right, I'll give all the king-grade origin crystals in the treasury to you. Let me see if you can heavily injure the berserker corpse. Old ancestor Mo, you, me, and Ningyu will head to Danwu College's treasury. The rest of you will stay and help Mu Feng." With that, Chong Kuan tore through the void and dived in. Ningyu and old ancestor Mo exchanged a glance. They could see the seriousness in each other's eyes. Ningyu and old ancestor Mo turned their heads to look at Mu Feng and the others who were on the verge of collapsing. Gritting their teeth, they followed Chong Kuan and disappeared. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Not long after, the three figures stopped in front of a heavy stone door. These three figures were Ningyu's group, who had just disappeared from Danwu College's forbidden area. Since Danwu College's treasury was relatively close to the forbidden area, Ningyu's group quickly arrived at the treasury's entrance. Old ancestor Mo knew that time was of the essence, so he threw the golden key into the hole on the stone door. Creak! The stone door opened easily after the key was inserted. "Ningyu, this is Danwu College's treasury. Your rank is not high enough, so wait outside for now." Ningyu's feet moved, intending to enter the stone door. However, the moment Ningyu stepped through the door, Chong Kuan pulled him back and said, "Old ancestor Mo, and I will take out all the king-grade origin crystals and give them to you." "Old ancestor Mo, we're running out of time. Stop Chong Kuan first." Although he was stopped by Chong Kuan, Ningyu didn't just sit and wait for death. Instead, he kicked Chong Kuan's knee when Chong Kuan wasn't paying attention. Then, he quickly pulled out the golden key and entered the stone door. Creak! After the golden key was pulled out, the heavy stone door closed again. "You're pissing me off. Ningyu, I'm going to tear you to pieces." Chong Kuan was furious when he felt the pain from his knee. However, since Ningyu had pulled out the key on the stone door, he had nowhere to vent his anger, so he could only vent it on old ancestor Mo Rumble. If anyone had been there, they would have noticed that the two half-step manifestation realm martial artists from Danwu College, old ancestor Mo and Chong Kuan, were fighting in front of the treasury. Although they were both half-step manifestation realm martial artists, Chang Kuin's overall strength was much higher than old ancestor Jiomo's. Moreover, Chang Kuin's every move was a killing move, forcing old ancestor Jio to defend with all his might. Even though old ancestor Jio defended with all his might, the current situation was still very disadvantageous for him. If everything went according to the current situation, old ancestor Jio would be defeated in less than half an hour. Chang Kuin, are you crazy? This is a moment of life and death for Danwu College. Yet you're attacking me with all your might. Old ancestor Jio shouted as he defended. I know this is a moment of life and death for Danwu College. Otherwise, I wouldn't have attacked you with all my might. Chang Kuin gloomily said, this is a great opportunity to eradicate dissidents. Even if I kill you here, no one will say anything. I'll attack after that old dog Mu Feng is killed by the corpse frenzy. At that time, I can rightfully become the ruler of Danwu College. Ha ha! Chang Kuin could not help but laugh when he thought of this. He seemed to have replaced Mu Feng as the ruler of Danwu College. Chang Kuin, aren't you afraid of failing miserably? Besides, the corpse frenzy still has 8 half-step manifestation realm corpse puppets. Old ancestor Jio said in a low voice. I don't care about the half-step manifestation realm corpse puppets. As for the corpse frenzy, I don't believe he can still exert his peak strength after killing Mu Feng. Chang Kuin's lips curled up into a sinister smile. I'm not afraid to tell you that a month ago, the launching nation's imperial family sent 2 peak early-stage manifestation realm martial artists and a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist to cooperate with me in order to help me take down Danwu College. Right now, the launching nation's powerhouses are in the forbidden area of Danwu College. As long as Mu Feng is killed, they will attack the corpse frenzy. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Old ancestor Jio shouted. The launching nation's imperial family is as powerful as the Xia nation's imperial family. Their old ancestor is only at the early stage manifestation realm. How can they have a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist? The ignorant are fearless. The launching nation's imperial family does not have a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist, but they have already submitted to the Blood God Palace. Chang Kuin said darkly. What? The Blood God Palace? Old ancestor Jiomo's expression changed drastically when he heard the words Blood God Palace. His heart sank to the bottom. In the Sky Demon region, the Blood God Palace was a huge sect comparable to the Corpse Sect. The Corpse Sect in the Xia Nation was just a branch of the Corpse Sect in the Sky Demon region, but even a branch was extremely powerful. One could imagine how terrifying the Blood God Palace, which was comparable to the entire Corpse Sect, was. Chapter 717. A petty man intoxicated by success. By the way, there's actually one more thing I'm hiding from you. Chang Kuin seemed to be very satisfied with old ancestor Jiomo's reaction. He waved his hand and released his aura. Rumble. Actually, my cultivation isn't half a step into the manifestation realm. I advanced to the early stage of the manifestation realm a month ago. Chang Kuin suppressed old ancestor Jiomo's aura and said indifferently, Don't worry, I won't kill you. I will let you see with your own eyes how that old dog Mu Feng is killed. Pucci, old ancestor Jiomo's cultivation was only at the half-step manifestation realm. In front of Chang Kuin, who was at the early stage of the manifestation realm, there was naturally no room for him to fight back. Suppressed by Chang Kuin's aura, Ancestor Jio suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood, and his aura became slightly weak. Go! In the next instant, Chang Kuin grabbed old ancestor Jio and disappeared. Boom! Ningyu didn't know what happened outside the treasury, nor did he have any way of knowing. At this moment, he was controlling the red demon sword to unleash a terrifying suction force, continuously devouring the royal-level origin crystals in the treasury. Apart from absorbing royal-grade origin crystals, Ningyu didn't even let go of some origin chi replenishing elixirs. He absorbed everything into the red demon's sword. The red fiend had said that the more energy it had, the greater the chance of the red fiend sword advancing to the monarch level. If Chang Kuan found out about what happened in the treasury, he would definitely fly into a rage. In just a few minutes, all the royal-grade origin crystals in the treasury had been devoured by the red demon's sword. Go! After swallowing the royal-grade origin crystal, Ningyu grabbed the red devil sword and left the treasury in a flash. Creak! Where our forefather, Jiao Mo, and the others. Standing in front of the treasury, Ningyu did not see ancestor Jiao Mo or Chang Kuan. Not good. Ningyu wasn't a fool. Logically speaking, even if Chang Kuan wasn't in front of the treasury, ancestor Jiao Mo would be there. Without old ancestor Jiao Mo's help, he wouldn't have been able to enter the forbidden area of Danwu College. Now that old ancestor Jiao Mo wasn't here, it meant that he was most likely in danger. As he thought of this, Ningyu's eyes turned cold. He immediately leaped up and dashed toward the forbidden area of Danwu College at an astonishing speed. Voila! After a while, Ningyu arrived outside the forbidden area of Danwu College. Standing in the empty land, Ningyu's heart sank to the bottom. Without old ancestor Jiao Mo's help, he had no way of entering the forbidden land. Hong Mo, how long will it take for the Red Devil Sword to advance to the monarch rank? Since ancestor Jiao Mo wouldn't step forward to help, Ningyu decided to rely on Hong Mo and the Red Devil Sword. As long as the Red Demon Sword could advance to the monarch rank, Ningyu was confident that he would be able to blast open the forbidden area of Danwu College. 15 minutes. Red Devil was a man of few words and did not say much. 15 minutes. Ningyu took a deep breath. He knew that it was useless to be anxious, so he sat down cross-legged and began to circulate the spirit transformation technique. Puchi. Ningyu quietly waited outside the forbidden area. Inside the forbidden area, all kinds of spells were flying everywhere. Many elders and teachers were lying on the ground. It was a tragic sight to behold. Ha ha ha! Mu Feng, you old dog. You're already an arrow at the end of its flight. Let's see who will come and save you. Corpse Maniac raised his head and laughed heartily after forcing back the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast. After a period of battle, including Mu Feng, even the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast had suffered heavy injuries. Due to the lack of holy energy, the injuries of the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast would only worsen. The teachers and elders lying on the ground were basically from Mu Feng's faction. As for the people from Chang Kuan's faction, they all stood to the side and watched the show. They had no intention of taking action. Sigh. Corpse Maniac, I think Mu Feng can still be saved. At this moment, Chang Kuan sighed softly and slowly walked out. He said, no matter what, Mu Feng is the dean of Danwu College. If he is killed just like that, I will lose face. After all, I will be the one in charge of Danwu College in the future. You? Corpse Maniac raised his eyebrows and smiled evilly. Who do you think you are? I'm not who I am, but I can send you to hell. Chang Kuan's eyes flashed. He cupped his fists and turned around. He said respectfully, 3 blood gods, please take care of this half-human, half-zombie. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. As soon as Chang Kuan's voice fell, 3 figures dashed out from the crowd. 2 of them charged at the 8 half-step manifestation realm corpse puppets, while 1 charged at Corpse Maniac. The martial artist charging at the corpse puppets was at the peak of the early stage manifestation realm. The martial artist charging at Corpse Maniac was at the mid-stage manifestation realm. What? He's actually at the mid-stage manifestation realm. Looking at the black-robed martial artist approaching him, Corpse Maniac's expression changed greatly. His heart sank to the bottom. In order to get rid of Mu Feng and the others as soon as possible, he had used all his trump cards. His current strength was less than 20% of his peak. In this state, if he encountered a mid-stage manifestation realm martial artist, only death awaited him. Jia, I haven't killed a martial artist from the corpse sect in a long time. I'll start with you. The black-robed martial artist laughed strangely. Then, he punched at Corpse Maniac's heart with a violent Yuan Qi wind. Corpse Maniac originally wanted to dodge, but the black-robed martial artist's speed was too fast. He was so fast that he had no way to dodge. Pucci, the black-robed martial artist's fist hit Corpse Maniac's heart. It directly pushed Corpse Maniac back several feet, and his body hit the ground. Corpse Maniac spat out a mouthful of blood, and his aura instantly dropped to the freezing point. Swish! The black-robed martial artist obviously did not intend to let Corpse Maniac go. After his attack succeeded, he rushed out again. Blood God's palm. This time, a blood-red gas appeared on the black-robed martial artist's palm. In the blink of an eye, he arrived in front of Corpse Maniac. Blood God's palace. Feeling the blood-red gas on the black-robed martial artist's palm, Corpse Maniac opened his mouth slightly, but before he could finish his words, his head was hit by the palm, and he died on the spot. Kacha! 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 As soon as Corpse Maniac was killed, the 8 half-step manifestation realm corpse puppets were completely destroyed. Mighty Mu Feng, how is it? Are you satisfied? When the dust settled, Chang Kuan moved and slowly arrived in front of Mu Feng. Humph! Mu Feng coldly snorted and turned his head away. Don't think that I can't do anything to you if you don't speak. Chang Kuan first said indifferently. Then he changed the topic and said in a clear voice, all elders and instructors, listen up. From now on, the Danwu Academy will only have one dean, and that is me, Chang Kuan. Hua! Chang Kuan's words caused an uproar at the scene. Although everyone despised Chang Kuan in their hearts, they had to lower their heads under the eaves so no one said anything. Ding! Chang Kuan took out a flying sword and threw it on the ground. He said in a deep voice, anyone who used to follow that old dog Mu Feng, take this flying sword and stab Mu Feng. I will only say it once. Whoever doesn't do as I say will end up like Corpse Maniac. Chapter 718. Whoosh! Terrifying aura. For a moment, all the elders and mentors in the forbidden area turned to look at old ancestor Jiuemo. They wanted to see if old ancestor Jiuemo would do as Chang Kuan said. In the Corpsine sect, aside from Mu Feng and Chang Kuan, old ancestor Jiuemo was the strongest. If old ancestor Jiuemo compromised, they would naturally do the same. If old ancestor Jiuemo resisted, they would consider the situation first. Being stared at by so many people, old ancestor Jiuemo's expression was very ugly. Chang Kuan's meaning was very clear. If he didn't stab Mu Feng with a flying sword, his fate would be as miserable as Corpse Berserk. Under the eaves, one had to lower one's head. Perhaps old ancestor Jiuemo thought so. He quickly arrived next to the flying sword and bent down to pick it up. Let's stab Dean Mu Feng later. Now that things have come to this, we can only do so. There's no other way. Even old ancestor Jiuemo, whom Mu Feng values the most, chose to betray him. Us small fries have no other choice. Sigh, we can only blame Dean Mu Feng for not recognizing people well. Seeing old ancestor Jiuemo pick up the flying sword, the elders and mentors of Mu Feng's faction all shook their heads. Little did they know that they were the ones who were swayed by both sides. Whoosh! In the next moment, old ancestor Jiuemo's figure flashed, and he charged straight at Mu Feng. Seeing old ancestor Jiuemo's action, the corners of Chang Kuan's mouth curled up into a sinister smile. Whoosh! Chang Kuan's sinister smile stopped abruptly, because Chang Kuan saw old ancestor Jiuemo stop in midair and change direction to charge at him. Is old ancestor Jiuemo crazy? Almost. Chang Kuan is a half-step manifestation realm martial artist, and there are 2 initial manifestation realm martial artists and 1 middle manifestation realm martial artist. You're behind the times. Chang Kuan is not a half-step manifestation realm martial artist, but an initial manifestation realm martial artist. What? Hearing the last elder's words, the faces of everyone from Mu Feng's faction were incomparably pale, without the slightest trace of blood. If Chang Cohen was really at the initial stage creation realm, then from today onwards, the Danwu Academy probably could not be called the Danwu Academy anymore. It would have to change its name to Chang Cohen Academy. Humph. There was a path to heaven, but you didn't take it. There was no door to hell, but you barged in. Ancestor Jiao Mo's sudden change in direction made Chang Cohen feel embarrassed. With Chang Cohen's personality, he would definitely get his face back. With a cold snort, he unleashed his early-stage manifestation realm aura and pressed down on old ancestor Jiao Mo without holding back. Pucci. Back in the Danwu College's treasury, ancestor Jiao Mo had already suffered serious injuries. Now that he faced Chang Cohen's monstrous aura, he naturally couldn't resist it. Old ancestor Jiao Mo spat out a mouthful of blood. His already weak aura instantly fell to rock bottom. Chang Cohen, I know you want that thing. Since old ancestor Jiao Mo hadn't betrayed him, Mu Feng naturally had to think for his sake. Moreover, Mu Feng knew the reason why Chang Cohen hadn't killed him yet. Unsurprisingly, Chang Cohen wanted the key to enter the Pill Cavern. If Chang Cohen wanted to take control of Danwu College, he had to take control of the Pill Cavern first. Otherwise, he could only use force to oppress the many mentors and elders, which would not be enough to convince the masses. Only by controlling the Pill Cavern could he become the true ruler of Danwu College. Bang! Chang Cohen kicked old ancestor Jiao Mo's chest, sending him flying far away. Old dog Mu Feng, if you know what I want, why aren't you handing it over? Are you tired of living? Chang Cohen said coldly. Haha, to tell you the truth, I don't have the key with me. Mu Feng smiled faintly and said, unless you let old ancestor Jiao Mo and the many elders go, I won't tell you where the key is even if I die. Chang Cohen, why are you talking nonsense with him? Chang Cohen still wanted to say something, but the black-robed cultivator from the Blood God Palace waved his hand and said impatiently, the Blood God Palace has a memory-devouring technique. Give this old dog to me. I will soon devour his memory. At that time, it will be easy for you to get the key. Thank you, Senior Blood God, Chang Cohen said with a happy expression. The black-robed cultivator did as he said without any hesitation. He made a grabbing motion in the air, and a crack appeared in front of him. Clearly, he had entered the crack. Buzz! In the next second, the black-robed cultivator appeared in front of Mu Feng. Swoosh! 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 However, just as the black-robed cultivator extended his right hand and was about to grab Mu Feng's head, three figures blocked in front of Mu Feng. Silver Winged Dragon, Twin Horn Beast, and Ouyang Luan. The reason why the three of them chose to help Mu Feng was because of Ningyu. Ningyu promised them through voice transmission that as long as they could protect Mu Feng and old ancestor Jiao Mo for 3 minutes, each of them would get a Shengyang pill. The Shengyang pill was a good thing, and no one could resist its huge temptation. 3 seriously injured people want to stop me? Wishful thinking. The black-robe cultivator was angry, very angry. He was at the mid-stage of the manifestation realm. If the martial artists in front of him were also at the mid-stage of the manifestation realm, he might not be so angry. The key was that of the 3 martial artists blocking his way, 2 were at the half-step manifestation realm, and 1 was at the early-stage manifestation realm. Moreover, all 3 were not in their peak condition. Bang! The black-robed cultivator was angry, and the consequences were dire. He threw a punch, and it landed squarely on Ouyang Luan's chest. F***CK. Why am I always the first to get hurt? Ouyang Luan was speechless, and there was only one sentence in his mind. The black-robed cultivator did not care about what Ouyang Luan was thinking. After he pushed Ouyang Luan back, he rushed towards the silver winged dragon and the twin horns beast. I happen to be lacking 2 mounts. Although you guys are only at the half-step manifestation realm, it's better than nothing. Just make do with it. The black-robed cultivator did not want to kill the silver winged dragon and the twin horns beast. In his opinion, it was best to let the silver winged dragon and the twin horns beast become his mounts and be humiliated under his crotch. F***CK. Ningyu, we can't hold on any longer. The silver winged dragon did not expect the black-robed cultivator to have such a hobby. They immediately retreated, and at the same time, they sent a voice transmission to Ningyu. Want to run? Not so easy. Seeing the silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast trying to run, the black-robed cultivator laughed sinisterly. To be able to become my mounts is a blessing of 8 lifetimes. Rumble. However, just as the black-robed cultivator's sinister laughter sounded, it suddenly stopped. An earth-shattering rumble sounded in the distance. Crack, crack. Then a huge crack appeared in the void in the distance, and an extremely terrifying aura burst out from the crack. Hiss. Feeling the violent aura that gushed out from the crack, everyone present, including the black-robed cultivator, sucked in a breath of cold air. This was because this violent aura was too terrifying, so terrifying that a trace of fear emerged from the bottom of their hearts. Chapter 719. Chapter 719. Unafraid, damn it. Chong Kuan, didn't you tell me that Danwu College doesn't have a supreme being? What's going on? Sensing the terrifying aura coming from afar, the black-robed cultivator cursed. Although he cursed, he would not foolishly stay here. He immediately retreated, wanting to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't King know what's going on either. Chong Kuan was also suffering in silence. He had stayed in Danwu College for so many years, but he had indeed not seen a supreme being before. Forget about a supreme being, he had not even seen a middle manifestation realm martial artist. CK. Chong Kuan's expression changed when he saw the terrifying aura approaching. In order to escape, he even used all his strength. Old ancestor Jiao Mo and Mu Feng did not flee like Chong Kuan. In fact, their initial thought was very simple, which was to quickly escape. However, before they could move, a familiar voice rang in their ears. I am Ningyu. Boom! Hearing the voice in their ears, old ancestor Jiao Mo and the others narrowed their eyes, their faces filled with disbelief. At this moment, there was only one thought in their minds. Is this a joke? Ningyu's cultivation was only at the early yin-yang realm, and this terrifying aura could only be displayed by a supreme being. Swoosh! However, what happened next completely overturned their understanding of the world. They saw a figure approaching from afar, appearing in front of them in an instant. This figure was very, very familiar to them. Ningyu. This figure was Ningyu. Moreover, the strangest thing was that Ningyu's cultivation was still at the early yin-yang realm, but the aura of a supreme being constantly surged out from his sleeves. Could it be that Ningyu needs royal-grade origin crystals for this? Suddenly, Mu Feng seemed to have thought of something, and his face was filled with shock. Not long ago, Ningyu said that he wanted a large amount of royal-grade origin crystals. At that time, Mu Feng could be said to have no choice but to give it a try. He handed the treasure key to old ancestor Jiao Mo and let old ancestor Jiao Mo bring Ningyu to the treasure vault. Who would have thought that a single decision back then would actually create a terrifying existence? This transaction was really worth it. Damn, he's finally here. Compared to Mu Feng's shock, the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horn beast were much more rational. After all, Ningyu had already informed them beforehand. They knew that Ningyu would not speak without thinking. He would definitely have a way to deal with the creation realm martial artists. Now that Ningyu was here with the aura of a supreme state being, they could finally relax and recuperate properly. Ningyu, don't forget what you promised us. Because he was in a good mood, when Ningyu brushed past him, the silver-winged dragon even whispered one Xingyang pill. Don't worry, I won't go back on my word. Ningyu did not stop. After he said this, he immediately chased after the black-robed cultivator. The Emperor-level aura of the Red Demon Sword could only last for 3 minutes. In other words, Ningyu had to severely injure or even kill the black-robed cultivator within 3 minutes. Otherwise, it would be a disaster for everyone today. As for the other 2 peak early-stage creation realm martial artists, Ningyu did not have the time to bother with them for the time being. Even if they fled, Ningyu would not care. Instead, he would be very happy. Life and death palm. As Ningyu was very fast, he arrived in front of the black-robed cultivator in the blink of an eye. The next moment, Ningyu grabbed at the air with his right hand. A violent supreme state aura appeared on his palm, and he pushed it forward. Fight! Looking at the palm that was just inches away from him, the black-robed cultivator gritted his teeth. Violent yuan qi surged from his wrist and collided with Ningyu's palm. Blood God's palm. As the black-robed cultivator shouted, the two palms collided with a loud bang. When the two palms collided, there was no earth-shattering shockwave. Instead, everything returned to normal. Boom! The piece only lasted for about 10 seconds before it was broken by the massive shockwave generated from the palms of Ningyu and the black-robed cultivator. With Ningyu and the black-robed cultivator at the center, sand and stones flew everywhere. Even the air hissed. I hate you. You are not a supreme state martial artist. You only have the aura of a supreme state on you. If I had not stupidly clashed with you and had dragged things out for a minute or two, the one to die would not have been me, but plop. When everything dissipated, the black-robed cultivator pointed at Ningyu and spoke in an extremely vexed tone. However, before he could finish his vexed words, his body fell backward with a plop, and he died on the spot. There are not so many ifs in this world. Ningyu slowly retracted his palm and said calmly, if there were ifs, you would definitely not have come to Danwu College. You would definitely not have teamed up with Chong Cohen. After saying this, Ningyu stood still on the spot, not moving. The reason why Ningyu did not move was not because he had expended a lot of energy, but because he was thinking of countermeasures. He was thinking of how to deceive Chong Cohen and the other two peak early-stage manifestation realm martial artists. From the looks of it, Chong Cohen and the other two martial artists did not know that Ningyu did not have the aura of a supreme state on him. They only thought that Ningyu had hidden his aura of a supreme state. Under this premise, they naturally did not dare to use force against Ningyu. I have to get rid of them today. They will always be a scourge if they are left alive. Ningyu's mind raced, trying to think of a perfect plan. Haha, Ningyu, it is better to make enemies than to resolve them. Today's matter ends here. Everyone, go back to your homes and find your mothers. Chong Cohen did not want to stay here for a moment longer after seeing the middle stage manifestation realm black-robe cultivator killed by Ningyu in one move. Chong Cohen's thoughts were very simple. He wanted to leave this place quickly. As long as there is life, there is hope. No, Chong Cohen wanted to leave, but the other two early-stage manifestation realm martial artists would not allow it. They were not scared out of their wits. They were still rational. After all, they were from the Blood God Palace and had come into contact with many supreme realm martial artists. From their point of view, if Ningyu could really exert the strength of a supreme realm martial artist, he would definitely not stop and would kill them all. Senior Blood Gods? What's wrong with that? Chong Cohen kept signaling the two early-stage manifestation realm martial artists with his eyes, indicating that they should focus on the big picture and not be impulsive. Senior Blood God? Hearing Chong Cohen's words, Ningyu raised his eyebrows slightly and said, You are from the Blood God Palace. That's right. We are indeed from the Blood God Palace. One of the early-stage manifestation realm martial artists said coldly, The Blood God Palace has already taken control of the Lanqin Kingdom. It won't be long before they control the Great Xia Kingdom. I don't care if you control the Great Xia Kingdom or not. I just want to ask one thing. Ningyu waved his hand and asked, What is the cultivation of your palace, Lord, now? Chapter 720. Sucking Dry. I know your palace master is at the Supreme Realm. I also know that he was at the peak of the Earth Supreme Realm 20 years ago. Ningyu didn't care about the manifestation realm martial artist threat. He continued, What I mean is, has your palace lord reached the Sky Supreme Realm? Who is your master? How do you know our palace master was at the peak of the Earth Supreme Realm 20 years ago? The warrior at the peak of the early stage of the Fate Realm was shocked. My master has nothing to do with you, right? Ningyu shrugged and said, Actually, I want to say the same thing as you. Surrender, live, resist, die. As soon as the word die was said, Ningyu turned his wrist and a flying sword appeared in his hand. Buzz! The flying sword's entire body was red, and a terrifying aura emanated from it. Although this aura was not as strong as the previous one, it was not much weaker. Royal level flying sword. Ningyu had just taken out the flying sword when the nearby Chong Kuen's pupils slightly constricted, and he shouted in a low voice, "It's actually a monarch rank flying sword. How could you possibly have a monarch rank flying sword?" Nothing is impossible. The corners of Ning Yu's mouth curled up, and he said indifferently, "I'll repeat myself. Surrender, live, resist, die." Only a few seconds had passed since the warrior at the peak of the early stage of the Fate Realm from the Blood God Palace said this. But in this time, Ningyu had rebounded the problem back to them. At this time, it was not Ningyu who was troubled, but Chong Kuen and the others. Damn it! The two Fate Realm warriors from the Blood God Palace had mixed feelings, as if they had eaten sheep dung. They wanted to kill Ningyu, but they were afraid of danger. If Ningyu was only at the early stage of the Yin-Yang realm, they would not be afraid even if he had a royal-level flying sword. The most important thing was that Ningyu had shown the aura of the Supreme Realm not long ago and killed the Black-Robe Warrior. This was what they were most worried about. Chong Kuen, go test out Ningyu's strength. Suddenly, a Creation Realm warrior from the Blood God Palace thought of a good idea. Since they were unwilling to make a move, why not let Chong Kuen test Ningyu and see if Ningyu had any real ability? Me? Senior Blood God, are you joking? I have just advanced to the manifestation stage, and my cultivation has yet to stabilize. How is it possible? Chong Kuen pointed at his nose and said, "Cut the crap. Don't think that we don't know that you advanced to the early stage of the manifestation realm a month ago." The Fate Realm warrior from the Blood God Palace interrupted Chong Kuen and said coldly, "You have two choices now. First, fight with Ningyu. Second, die. Motherf ***, you'll all die a horrible death." Chong Kuen's complexion was as ugly as a pig's liver. He was absolutely unwilling to fight with Ningyu. However, he had no choice but to lower his head under the eaves. There was nothing he could do. Swoosh! Then, Chong Kuen moved and rushed towards Ningyu in an instant. However, when Chong Kuen rushed towards Ningyu, he secretly transmitted his voice to Ningyu. "Let's put on show later. I will pretend to be defeated by you, but don't use your full strength." Even an ant wanted to live, let alone Chong Kuen. To be honest, Chong Kuen was a man with ideals and ambitions. Before his great ideals and revenge were realized, he naturally did not want to take this risk. "As you wish." Ningyu pondered for 0.01 seconds and finally agreed to Chong Kuen's request. It would be best if he could get rid of Chong Kuen without any bloodshed. "Ningyu, be careful. It might be a trap." The Red Devil was afraid that Ningyu would be fooled and reminded him. "Haha, I know what I'm doing." Ningyu smiled slightly and immediately held the Red Devil sword in his hand and slashed out a sword wave in the air. Solitaire. It had been a long time since Ningyu used the Supreme 9 Purity Sword Art. After executing Solitaire again, Ningyu felt as though everything was still vivid in his mind. When Ning Hai imparted the Supreme 9 Purity Sword Art to him, he clearly said that as long as he could cultivate the 6th move to the extreme, he would know everything about his mother. In Ningyu's opinion, he had already cultivated Solitaire to the extreme, but he still did not know anything about his mother. Over time, Ningyu chose to give up on the Supreme 9 Purity Sword Art and decided to personally go to the Supreme 9 Purities Temple to take a look. You really are an idiot. Seeing that Ningyu had executed a sword wave that was not too powerful, Chong Kuen could not help but laugh sinisterly. "I won't be stupid and not use my full strength." Mighty King Fist. In the next moment, Chong Kuen released all the essence chi in his sea of consciousness, wrapped it around his wrist, and blasted out a shocking fist light. Chi chi chi. A huge fist light separated from Chong Kuen's fist and rushed towards Ningyu at an astonishing speed. In midair, the fist light and the sword wave collided. As expected, the sword wave was easily dispersed and disappeared between heaven and earth. As for Chang Kuen's fist light, it did not slow down and arrived at Ning Yu's side in an instant. Ha ha ha! Ning Yu, do you really think I'm that stupid not to use my full strength? Seeing that the fist light was about to hit Ning Yu's head, Chang Kuen laughed loudly. I knew you would use this move. Ning Yu's words resounded in this area. You knew? Even if you knew, what can you do to me? Chang Kuen laughed sinisterly. Now that you are so far away from me, even if you want to kill me, there is no way. You are wrong about one thing. Suddenly, a faint voice came from behind Chang Kuen. Huh? Chang Kuen raised his brows and turned his head with a trace of doubt. Ning Yu. Who is that? When he saw the familiar figure behind him, Chang Kuen's mouth opened wide, a dumbfounded look on his face, because Ning Yu had already appeared behind him at some point. That was just an afterimage. Ning Yu waved the Emperor rank flying sword in his hand and said with a sneer, If it weren't for your tricks, you would naturally discover that I tore the void. Unfortunately, you broke your promise first, so I can only send you to the Western Paradise. Ning Yu, you can't, Chang Kuen's cheeks were drained of blood, screaming hysterically. Ning Yu definitely would not give Chang Kuen a chance to live. He held the red demon's sword in his hand and stabbed out, right at Chang Kuen's heart. At this moment, Chang Kuen realized that Ning Yu was clearly pretending to be a pig to eat a tiger. After killing the black-robed martial artist, Ning Yu's strength had returned to normal. If not for him acting smart, the one who died now would not be him, but Ning Yu. Chang! The moment before his death, Chang Kuen turned his body slightly and looked at the crowd. However, he had just said the word Chang when he fell to the ground with a thud and died on the spot. Puff! Did Chang Kuen think that he would be safe after he died? The answer was obviously no. The Emperor rank red demon sword's devouring ability was extremely terrifying. Compared to it, the Dark Emperor was several grades inferior. In a short second, Chang Kuen, who originally still had some residual heat, was already sucked dry, leaving only a skeleton. Chang Kuen's tragic state caused a huge uproar in the surroundings, especially the elders of Chang Kuen's faction. Everyone was in danger, their faces drained of blood. The situation was very clear. Ning Yu had already become the strongest person in this area. Chapter 721. Chang Wei, he's really a piece of trash. Seeing Chang Kuen's miserable state, the two Fate Realm warriors from Blood God Palace clenched their fists and their faces turned pale. At first, they asked Chang Kuen to test Ning Yu, but now they said Chang Kuen was a piece of trash. If Chang Kuen knew what the two Fate Realm martial artists from the Blood God Palace thought of him, he would probably wake up from his anger. So troublesome. I shouldn't have come to Danwu College. I should have gone to the Imperial Palace. After complaining, one of the Fate Realm warriors from Blood God Palace said in a low voice, Ling Han, what should we do now? Ling Hu, you asked me what to do. How would I know? The Fate Realm warrior called Ling Han said coldly, Let's wait and see. As long as Ning Yu doesn't attack, we won't either. This is the only thing we can do. Ling Hu softly sighed. Then, he extended his senses and observed Ning Yu's every move. Two fools. They're buying time for me. Ling Hu and Ling Han didn't attack, which was what Ning Yu hoped for. Ning Yu knew that if Ling Hu and Ling Han attacked with all their strength, he would die. But after a while, the situation would completely change. As long as the silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast recovered to their peak, Ning Yu was confident that he could kill 3 Fate Realm warriors from Blood God Palace, let alone 2. The silver-winged dragon and the twin horns beast at their peak should be able to fight against 1 early-stage Fate Realm warrior each. Of course, the premise was that they had a lot of holy chi. Mu Feng and Ouyang Luan were early-stage Fate Realm warriors, but they were seriously injured. Once they recovered to their peak, they naturally wouldn't be afraid of Ling Hu and the others. Shua. In that instant, the area seemed to have become somewhat strange. If Ning Yu and Ling Hu didn't attack, The other elders of Donwu College definitely wouldn't dare to attack. Moreover, the elders of Donwu College did not even dare to breathe loudly. They were afraid that they would offend Ningyu or the two martial artists from the Blood God Palace. Whether it was Ningyu or the warriors of the Blood God Palace, they were all terrifying existences in the eyes of the elders. At the very least, they didn't want to provoke him. Senior Silver-Winged Dragon, how long will it take for you and the twin-horned beast to recover to peak condition? Ningyu took a deep breath and said in a deep voice. In the end, as he was afraid that the Silver-Winged Dragon would not understand what he meant, Ningyu added, "What I mean is, how long do you need to recover to the point where you can kill a martial artist at the peak of the initial stage of the Blessed Realm?" What a joke. Even if we recover to our peak, without the support of the formation, it will be difficult to kill a martial artist at the peak of the early stage of the Fate Realm, the Silver-Winged Dragon replied. Ningyu, don't put too much hope on us. The reason why we could kill Bai Wu and Bai Guang was because of the formation in the cave. The twin-horned beast knew his own strength, so he did not exaggerate and said honestly, "There is no formation now, and the two martial artists from the Blood God Palace in front of us are full of vitality. They are even one step away from the middle stage of the Blessed Realm. Holy Qi. I can provide you with a large amount of Holy Qi." Ningyu knew what the twin-horned beast and the Silver-Winged Dragon meant. He was straightforward and said, "There is only one condition. You have to try your best to hold off a martial artist from the Blood God Palace." "Deal." The Silver-Winged Dragon was delighted and said, "Give us 10 bottles of Holy Qi and we have an hour." As soon as he finished speaking, the Silver-Winged Dragon stared at Ningyu. His meaning was self-evident. Swoosh! Swoosh! Ningyu had indeed saved a lot of Holy Qi during this time, but it was far from 10 bottles. Since Mu Feng and Ouyang Luan were still there, Ningyu only gave the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Dragon 2 bottles of Holy Qi, and then ignored them. Ningyu knew that the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin-Horned Dragon must have some Holy Qi left, but they did not want to take it out. How stingy! Although the Silver-Winged Dragon wanted more Holy Qi, he understood that now was not the time to bargain with Ningyu. He had to recover quickly. Otherwise, if the idiots from the Blood God Palace reacted, the consequences would be disastrous. In fact, Ningyu did not need to worry about Mu Feng at all. This was Donwu College, his base camp. In addition, he had been trying his best to recover. By now, he had recovered about 50% of his strength. As for Ouyang Luan, he was in a much more dangerous situation. At this moment, Ouyang Luan was staring at Ningyu with the word Holy Qi written on his face. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Ningyu had never been stingy with his people. Ningyu waved his sleeves, and 3 jade bottles flew toward Ouyang Luan. Ouyang Luan's injuries were more serious, and there would be a big battle later. Therefore, Ningyu gave the remaining 3 bottles of Holy Qi to Ouyang Luan. Pa! Ouyang Luan took the jade bottle and carefully put it away. He did not swallow it immediately. After all, there were 3 bottles of Holy Qi. Ouyang Luan wanted to save some for when he reached the middle stage of the Fate Realm. It would be a waste to use them to recover now. However, what Ningyu said next made Ouyang Luan feel like he had been F***ed. Cough. Ningyu coughed twice and said in a deep voice with a serious face, "Ouyang Luan, you only have 1 hour to recover. After 1 hour, a big battle is inevitable." The joy in Ouyang Luan's heart was instantly washed away by Ningyu's words. Without saying anything, he directly threw a jade bottle into his mouth. Time was ticking away. At first, the elders and mentors of Donwu College did not dare to speak for fear of angering Ningyu or the experts from the Blood God Palace. However, as time passed, there were finally some voices in the crowd. At first, the voices were very low, and no one dared to talk loudly. However, after half an hour, the voices gradually became louder. Why do you think Ningyu did not kill the warriors from the Blood God Palace? Why? In my opinion, he did not have the confidence. Did not have the confidence? After all, Ningyu easily killed the martial artist in the middle stage of the Fate Realm in a black robe and Chang Kuan in the early stage of the Fate Realm. Humph! It would be best if the warriors from the Blood God Palace killed Ningyu and Mufeng. In this way, I can replace them and become the master of Danwu College. In the crowd, a martial artist who was half a step to the Fate realm snorted with a vicious face. This martial artist was called Chang Wei, and he was Chang Kuen's younger twin brother. Chang Wei's identity was known by the elders and mentors of Chang Kuen's faction. This was also the reason why the elders and mentors did not immediately seek refuge with Ningyu. These elders and mentors were not fools. Although Chang Kuen was dead, there was still Chang Wei. The relationship between Chang Wei and the Fate Realm warriors from the Blood God Palace was also unusual. Ling Han, I think we can't wait any longer. Ling Hu did not know what Chang Wei was thinking. After half an hour of contemplation, he first raised an objection that they should take the initiative to attack. It's not impossible to take the initiative to attack, but we must think of a foolproof plan. Chapter 722. To sound out no, I can't take the risk. Ling Hu thought about it, and still felt that he couldn't take such a big risk. Testing Ningyu was not a joke. If he failed, he would be consigned to eternal damnation. After all, Chang Kuen's miserable state was still fresh in their minds. F***CK. You're the one who said we can't sit still and wait for death. You're the one who said we can't take risks. What the F***CK are you trying to do? Ling Han was furious. Originally, he had planned to personally test Ningyu, but after Ling Hu's actions, he decided to wait and see. Who cared what the F***CK Ling Hu would do? In any case, he would not make a move again. Perhaps he had sensed Ling Han's anger, so Ling Hu hurriedly said, "What I mean is, there is no need for us to take the risk. Even if we do need to take the risk, we should let the martial artists of Danwu College take our place." Ling Han raised an eyebrow and said coldly, "Martial artists from Danwu College are substituting? Look at how scared these people are. You want them to test Ningyu? Are you playing with snakes? Hee, you don't have to worry about that. Naturally, there will be people willing to do it." Ling Hu smiled as if he had everything planned out. In the next moment, Ling Hu moved his feet and walked straight into the crowd. Ling Hu's speed was not slow, and he soon appeared in front of a martial artist who was half a step into the manifestation realm. Ling Hu did not beat around the bush and went straight to the point. "Chang Wei, do you want to control Danwu College? Do you want to avenge your brother?" "Of course I want to avenge my big brother." In fact, when Tsun Takashi saw Ling Hu walking towards him, he already felt that something was amiss. However, he had no other choice now. He could only bite the bullet and say, "Senior Blood God, Ningyu must be pretending to be weak. In my opinion, the two of you should attack as soon as possible and kill Ningyu. Hee, our Blood God Palace has a merciful heart. How about this? I'll leave the task of killing Ningyu to you." Ling Hu smiled faintly. "I promise you, as long as you get rid of Ningyu, from today onwards, not only will Danwu College have the surname Chang, even the entire Xia Kingdom will have the surname Chang. The old fox wants to kill me with a borrowed knife." Tsun Takashi cursed in his heart, but he did not show it on his face. Instead, he said hesitantly, "Senior Blood God, I'm only half a step into the manifestation state. Even if I want to kill Ningyu, I don't have the strength to do so. You don't have to worry about that. As long as you show signs of weakness, we will help you immediately." Ling Hu waved his hand and said, "In any case, we will be your strongest shield. Let me try." Tsunde took a deep breath and decided to give it a try. However, Tsun Takashi was not that stupid. He did not attack alone. Instead, he said in a clear voice, "Chang Kuen was mercilessly killed by Ningyu. We cannot do nothing. We have to do something to comfort Chang Kuen's soul in heaven." Mother **Ker. As soon as Chang Kuen said that, a middle stage Yin-Yang realm elder berated, "The current situation is confusing. From the looks of it, Ningyu and the senior from the Blood God Palace are evenly matched, and neither of them can do anything to the other. You want us to attack Ningyu? Have you lost your mind?" Swoosh. The middle stage Yin-Yang realm elder's undisguised words made Tsun Takei's face extremely gloomy. He was on the verge of exploding in anger. Someone actually called him a retard? An aunt could tolerate it, but an uncle could not. What if he could not tolerate it? With Sun Takei's personality, of course, he would fight back. Sun Takei did the same. He dashed out and instantly appeared next to the middle stage Yin-Yang Realm Elder. Slap, 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 slap. His hands moved back and forth, and every slap that landed on the middle stage Yin-Yang Realm Elder's face made a crisp sound. Don't say that I didn't remind you. Since you chose Chong Kuin and me, you should be prepared. Sun Takei's tone was cold as he looked around and said coldly, "Listen to my orders. Everyone, do your best to kill Ningyu." Hold on. Sun Takei was furious. It seemed like there was always someone who opposed him. As soon as he gave the order, someone behind him said, "Hold on." Sun Takei was furious. He wanted to see who was brave enough to stop him in front of so many people. Ningyu? Sun Takei was dumbfounded when he saw who it was, and his arrogance was instantly extinguished. The person who stopped him was none other than Ningyu. At this moment, Ningyu held the blood-red flying sword in his hand and said lightly, "We are all from Danwu College and work for Danwu College. My idea is very simple. No matter what you have done in the past to harm Danwu College, as long as you repent now and choose to work together against the outsiders, I can let bygones be bygones. This, in my opinion, we should stand with Ningyu." That's right. Ningyu has the dean, the patriarch of the imperial family, and 2 half-step manifestation demon beasts. That's right. We should stand with Ningyu. Swoosh. Ningyu's words turned the situation around. In an instant, the number of elders behind Sun Takei was reduced by more than half, leaving only a few who stood firm. Good, very good. Ningyu, I admire you. Sun Takei's gaze was cold as he smirked sinisterly. Didn't you notice that those are all Yin-Yang elders? All the elders who are half a step into the manifestation realm are with me. Of course, I know that you have 3 half-step manifestation martial artists on your side. Ningyu was unconcerned and said indifferently, "With a royal grade flying sword in hand, half-step manifestation martial artists are nothing to me." Arrogant. Attack. Sun Takei's gaze turned cold as he berated. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. As Sun Takei's berating voice rang out, the 3 half-step manifestation martial artists behind him rose from the ground and charged at Ningyu at an astonishing speed. Ha! 3 half-step manifestation martial artists. Ningyu, 1 for each of us. Suddenly, a loud laugh rang out in the area. Then, the space beside Ningyu surged, and 2 Yin-Yang intermediate stage martial artists appeared. No, it should be 2 Yin-Yang intermediate stage dogs. Dark Emperor, have you recovered to your peak state? Ningyu asked in confusion when he saw the Dark Emperor appear. Let's not talk about that for now. Let's deal with these half-step manifestation martial artists first. The Dark Emperor hemmed and hawed as he pushed Ningyu away. Then, he took the lead and charged towards the nearest half-step manifestation realm martial artist. What's going on? What the F***CK? The Dark Emperor's actions puzzled Ningyu. He probed his spatial ring with his senses. It would have been fine if he did not look, but the moment he did, he was so furious that his lungs were about to explode. Within half an hour, the Dark Emperor had completely devoured all the sacred chi that the flower bud had devoured. No wonder the Dark Emperor had recovered to his peak state so quickly. Woof woof. Just as Ningyu was fuming, Furball barked at him and dashed out. Solitaire. Chapter 723. Chapter 723. A Conspiracy Rumble. The moment Ningyu shouted in a low voice, a shocking sword wave separated from the Red Devil's body and headed straight for an elder who was half a step into the manifestation realm. Although the solitaire could not pose a threat to a manifestation realm martial artist, it was still very powerful against a half-step manifestation realm martial artist. Sun Takashi, what are you standing there for? Do you think those 3 muggles can kill Ningyu? In the distance, Ling, who saw that Sun Takashi had no intention of attacking, he shouted angrily, "Hurry up and attack. Otherwise, everything I've said before will be for naught. You keep asking me to attack. Why aren't you guys attacking? Soon Takashi was also afraid of death. Without absolute confidence, he did not want to fight Ningyu head-on. Moreover, even though his strength was slightly stronger than the three elders, it wasn't by much. This time, Soon Takashi decided to be stubborn and pretend that he did not hear Ling Hu. Damn it! Soon Takashi's reaction made Ling Hu very angry. Although he was angry, Ling Hu had no choice but to wait. Boom! In the air, Ningyu and the rest were already fighting with the three half-step manifestation realm elders. How is that white dog so powerful? It has been suppressing elderly the entire time. The black dog is not weak either. It is almost on par with Elder Zhang. Are we not even comparable to a dog? You don't say. We really are not even comparable to a dog. Quick, look at Ningyu. Originally, many of the elders were comparing themselves to a dog. However, the last elder's words attracted their attention to Ningyu. In the air, Ningyu held a blood-red flying sword in his hand and was locked in battle with the half-step manifestation realm elders. What's going on? Although Elder, who is only one step away from advancing to the early stage manifestation realm, Ningyu has killed a middle stage manifestation realm black-robed martial artist before. Why can't he kill Elder Who now? Ningyu is playing with fire? Playing with fire is impossible. According to my guess, Ningyu doesn't want to kill Elder Who. He wants to give Elder Who a chance to turn over a new leaf, explained an elder at the peak of Yin Yang realm. Pucci. Suddenly, the elder's eyes widened as he stood rooted to the ground, because he saw that in midair, Ningyu stabbed out with his sword. Without any deviation, it pierced right into Elder Who's heart. Thump! With his heart pierced, Elder Who couldn't even hold on for a second before he fell to the ground, dead on the spot. Hua! Elder Who's tragic death caused a huge uproar in the surroundings, and everyone was talking about it. Puff! Puff! However, before Elder Who's tragic death could cause too much of a reaction, two more voices rang out in the area. This time, all the elders were dumbfounded. In just a few minutes, the three elders who were half a step into the manifestation realm were all killed. None of them were spared. If Ningyu's domineering killing of the Blood God Palace's middle stage manifestation realm martial artist, as well as Chang Kuen's killing, caused many of the Danwu Academy's elders to exclaim in surprise, then the Dark Emperor and Furball, these two dogs, displayed such powerful strength, caused many of the elders to exclaim in admiration. After killing Elder Who, Ningyu casually threw the red demon sword into a storage ring and said calmly, "Soon Takashi, I gave you a chance, but you didn't know how to cherish it. Don't blame me then. Oof. Do you think you can compete with me after killing 3 pieces of trash? You're too naive." Soon Takashi snorted coldly. "Ningyu, leave this old man to me and Furball." Before Ningyu could speak, the Dark Emperor stood on its hind legs and put its front paws behind its back, looking like an old man. "In the future, you don't need to deal with these cats and dogs. Furball, and I can deal with them for you." Woof woof. Furball barked twice to show its agreement with the Dark Emperor. F*CK, 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 F*CK. You're already with the Dark Emperor. As expected, people who aren't from the same family are from the same family. Ningyu is a little speechless. Furball, a pure puppy, was actually led astray by the Dark Emperor. How hateful. Dark Emperor, why the F*CK are you still standing there for? Didn't you say you would kill Tsun Takashi for me? Ningyu kicked the Dark Emperor's butt and said angrily, "Haha, I did say that I would help you kill Tsun Take. However, you should at least show me some goodwill. You have to give me some benefits, right?" The Dark Sovereign did not get angry after Ningyu kicked him in the butt. Instead, he chuckled. "One Xingyang pill." Ningyu stuck out a finger and said, "Don't bargain with me, or I will kill Tsun Takashi myself." The reason why Ningyu did not kill Tsun Takashi himself was because he did not want to expose himself. After all, Ling Hu and Ling Han were martial artists at the peak of the early stage of the manifestation realm. Their senses were very strong. As long as Ningyu showed an opening, Ling Hu and Ling Han would definitely attack without hesitation. Ningyu turned to look at the silver-winged dragon and the others and murmured, 15 more minutes. As long as we hold on for 15 more minutes, the silver-winged dragon and the others will completely recover to their peak condition. Deal. The Dark Emperor knew Ningyu's temper and knew that Ningyu would not relent no matter how much he tried. Instead of wasting time here, it was better to kill Tsun Takashi first to prevent any unforeseen circumstances. Furball, it's time to show your real skills. The Dark Emperor smiled at Furball and then charged at Tsun Takashi first. Damn it. Tsun Takashi cursed in his mind as he looked at the black and white dogs that were closing in on him. He then dashed forward. Schwa. However, Tsun Takashi had only advanced a meter when he suddenly turned around and flew towards Ling Hu and Ling Han. Senior Blood God, please help me get rid of these two damn dogs. Tsun Takashi shouted as he ran. Get rid of my ***. Think of a way yourself. Ling Hu did not care about Tsun Takashi's life or death. He scolded, if you dare to come any closer, don't blame me for being rude. ***CK. Even if you want me to die, I won't let you have it easy. Ling Hu's inhumanity caused Tsun Takashi to be extremely furious. Shio. In the next instant, Tsun Takashi's hands tore through the void and directly entered. Soon, Tsun Takashi appeared in front of Ling Hu. Seeing Tsun Takashi run to Ling Hu's side, Ningyu still felt that something was wrong and hurriedly shouted, Dark Emperor, Furball, hurry up and come back. Let them fight each other. Ningyu's warning was obviously a beat too late. Tsun Takashi's lips curled up, revealing a sinister smile. Two stupid dogs, as expected, terrifyingly stupid. Just as Tsun Takashi finished speaking, two figures dashed past him. Pung, pung. These two figures were extremely fast, and in the blink of an eye, they had arrived beside the Dark Emperor and Furball. Then, two fists that were imbued with violent origin energy slammed into the Dark Emperor and Furball's chests. The massive force from their chests caused the Dark Emperor and Furball's bodies to plummet backward like kites with their strings cut. Pu. The Dark Emperor spat out two mouthfuls of blood in succession. His aura was extremely weak, and he felt as if he was about to die. Although Furball was slightly better off than the Dark Emperor, he was also severely wounded, and his aura had dropped to freezing point. Ningyu, these two dogs that you've raised are indeed stupid. Ling Hu stood in midair with his hands clasped behind his back and calmly said. Chapter 724. Powerful Techniques, Two Dead Dogs. Looks like I'll be able to have a feast of dog meat tonight. When Ling Hu said this, Ningyu's expression darkened. From a certain perspective, the Dark Emperor and Furball could no longer be considered dogs. They were Ningyu's brothers. Now that Ling Hu wanted to eat Ningyu's brothers, Ningyu would naturally not agree. Senior Silver-Winged Dragon, it's time to act. Although less than an hour had passed, Ningyu could not allow the Dark Emperor and the others to be in danger. Even if the Silver-Winged Dragon and the others had not recovered to their peak, they had to act now. Fight! The Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast knew Ningyu's temper. Moreover, they had recovered about 80% of their strength, so it was not a bad idea to act now. Schwa! Schwa! With a low shout, the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast charged out. Ha ha, good timing. Facing the two demonic beasts that were half a step into Manifestation Realm, Ling Hu and Ling Han exchanged a look, then faced the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast, one on the left and one on the right. Boom! For elites, two battlefields. A great battle broke out instantly. Although Ling Hu's cultivation was higher than the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horn Beast, the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horn Beast were not pushovers. Although they were at a disadvantage, the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast held on. At least, they would not lose in a short period of time. Ouyang Luan killed Tsun Takashi. Ningyu was glad that the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast could hold on. Ningyu did not expect the Silver-Winged Dragon and the Twin Horns Beast to kill Ling Hu and Ling Han. As long as they could hold on for a few minutes, it would be enough. Don't worry, Leave Tsun Takashi to me. Oyanglun heard Ning Yu's order and dashed out, appearing in front of Tsun Takashi in an instant. Oyanglun, you can't kill me. Do you want to provoke a war between the imperial family and Danwu College? When Tsun Takashi saw Oyanglun appear in front of him in the blink of an eye, his pupils weakened and even his voice trembled. Reincarnate into a good body in your next life. You can only blame yourself for offending someone you shouldn't have. Oyanglun would certainly not dare to disobey Ningyu. Furthermore, it wouldn't be difficult for him to kill Tsun Takashi with his strength. Whoosh! While Oyanglun was killing Tsun Takashi with all his might, Ningyu tore through the void and arrived beside the Dark Sovereign and Furball. Seeing that the Dark Emperor and the others were about to speak, Ningyu stopped them and said in a solemn voice, "Don't speak. Go into the storage ring to recuperate first. I'll leave all of the holy chi that the flower bud has devoured until you've recovered to your peak state." Ningyu is never stingy when dealing with his own people. Putting aside the holy chi produced by the flower bud, even if he had to abandon the flower bud to cure the Dark Emperor and Furball, Ningyu would not even bat an eyelid. Xiao! The Dark Emperor knew Ningyu's character, so he did not stand on ceremony with Ningyu. He grabbed Furball, turned into a shadow, and entered the storage ring. After making arrangements for the Dark Emperor and Furball, Ningyu gripped the red demon sword tightly with both hands. He first looked at Oyanglun's battlefield, then stomped on the ground and flew toward the other side of the battlefield. It was only a matter of time before Oyanglun killed Tsun Takashi. Ningyu definitely did not want to waste time with him. The silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast were much more dangerous. In just a few minutes, the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast had already shown signs of weakness. If there were no more forces to join the battle, the silver-winged dragon and the twin-horned beast would be defeated sooner or later. Ningyu, let me. The reason why Mu Feng did not make a move earlier was because he was preparing his ultimate move. When Ningyu made his move, he had just finished preparing his ultimate move. You go help the twin-horned beast, I'll help the silver-winged dragon. Ningyu did not know that Mu Feng was preparing his ultimate move. After he said this, he immediately joined the silver-winged dragon's battlefield. The martial artist fighting the silver-winged dragon was Ling Hu. At this time, Ling Hu was suppressing the silver-winged dragon in all aspects, suppressing it until it could not breathe. Whoosh! Just as the silver-winged dragon was about to collapse, Ningyu suddenly joined the battle. Ningyu, this old dog, is stronger, already infinitely close to the middle stage of the manifestation realm. Be careful. Ningyu's participation in the battle allowed the silver-winged dragon to breathe a sigh of relief. However, the silver-winged dragon did not dare to be careless. After all, Ling Hu's cultivation was at the peak of the early stage of the manifestation realm, only a step away from the middle stage of the manifestation realm. In this state, Ling Hu could even fight a middle-stage martial artist for hundreds of rounds without being defeated. Silver-winged dragon, let me sit on your back. Ningyu's words were simple and clear, without the slightest hesitation. Come up. Although the silver-winged dragon did not know what Ningyu was planning, it knew that Ningyu must have his reasons for doing this. Moreover, Ningyu was holding a royal-grade flying sword in his hand, and this royal-grade flying sword would be the key to killing Ling Hu. Ningyu did not hesitate. Both feet stepped on the ground, and in an instant swept onto the back of the silver-winged dragon. Buzz, buzz! Then, the silver-winged dragon tore through the void, directly disappearing. Hee, competing with me in the art of space? You're still too inexperienced. The disappearance of Ningyu and the silver-winged dragon did not make Ling Hu too worried. Ling Hu's hands reached deep into his clothes and took out a jade bottle with green liquid. Crack! The jade bottle shattered, and Ling Hu smeared the liquid in the bottle on his eyelids. Blood God's palm. The first thing Ling Hu did when he opened his eyes was to form a seal with both hands and send out a shocking palm print. Poochie! The palm print had only traveled 3 meters when it seemed to have collided with something, and dark red blood splattered in midair. Under the vision of the spiritual liquid, you have nowhere to hide. Ling Hu let out a sinister laugh as he sent out another palm strike. Every time Ling Hu sent out a palm, there would be a spurt of dark red blood spurting out from a void. After a few palm strikes, the void in the area was almost dyed red with blood. Ha ha! Ling Hu was very satisfied with his palm print. He threw his head back and laughed. Ningyu, I thought you were powerful. Who would have thought that you're just a wax figure with a silver spear? Nice to look at, but useless. Is that so? However, just as Ling Hu's laughter faded, his pupils constricted, and he quickly turned his head around. Buzz buzz. Behind Ling Hu, a figure slowly appeared. This figure was slightly thin, and in his hand was a blood-red flying sword. On the body of the sword, there was a violent fluctuation of yuan qi. Impossible. How could you hide from my spiritual liquid? Looking at the familiar figure in front of him, Ling Hu's mouth was slightly open, and his face was full of confusion. In his eyes, which were smeared with the spiritual liquid, he did not see Ningyu appear behind him. In other words, Ningyu had hidden from the detection of the spiritual liquid. I forgot to tell you that my attainments in aura concealment are much greater than my attainments in spatial techniques, said Ningyu indifferently. Wait, why are there no injuries on your body? Then Ling Hu still could not believe his eyes, and he pointed at the blood mist in the void and shouted. Chapter 725. The same Wavirum Vroom. In midair, a large creature broke through the blood mist and gradually emerged. This large creature was covered in blood. Even its fur was dyed red. Silver winged dragon. Ling Hu knew the true identity of this large creature. It was the silver winged dragon that he was battling. The silver winged dragon's pitiful state indicated that all his attacks had landed on the silver winged dragon and not on Ningyu. Ling Hu, in order to fool you, the silver winged dragon risked being killed by you to buy time for me. Your death is not in vain. Ningyu held the red magic sword in his hand and dashed out. No, Ningyu, you cannot kill me. Ah. Looking at the approaching Ningyu and the blood-red flying sword in Ningyu's hand, Ling Hu's pupils constricted as he screamed. Puchi! However, the moment Ling Hu shouted, he let out a hysterical scream. Ningyu held the red magic sword in his hand and pierced Ling Hu's heart. With his heart pierced, Ling Hu only struggled for a moment before he stopped breathing. Red magic, you know what to do. To prevent any unforeseen circumstances, Ningyu looked at the red magic sword in his hand and tossed it away. Swoosh! The red magic sword seemed to understand Ningyu's words. It first nodded at Ningyu like a human before it flashed and pierced Ling Hu's heart again. This time, the red magic sword demonstrated its powerful devouring ability. In the blink of an eye, Ling Hu was reduced to a skeleton like Chong Kuan not long ago. Seeing Ling Hu's pitiful state, the surrounding elders gasped and started discussing. Even Ling Hu from the Blood God Temple was sucked dry. Chong Kuan's death was not unjust. Chong Kuan asked for it. Luckily, we relied on Ningyu long ago. Otherwise, we would have ended up like Chong Kuan and Ling Hu. That's right. This might be the best decision we've made recently. The crowd discussion did not cause Ningyu to stop for even a second. Ningyu turned his head to look at Ouyang Luan's battlefield, and he couldn't help but frown. Logically speaking, if Ouyang Luan wanted to kill Tsun Takashi, it would not be difficult at all. But after so long, Ouyang Luan still had not taken down Tsun Takashi. Ningyu coldly snorted and sent a soul message to Ouyang Luan. I'll give you 3 more minutes. If you can't kill Tsun Takashi in 3 minutes, the consequences will be the same as Ling Hu. After saying this, Ningyu ignored Ouyang Luan and joined the battle on Mufang's side. Damn it! Ouyang Luan's complexion turned ugly when he heard Ningyu's cold words. The reason why he did not use his full strength to kill Tsun Takashi was because he wanted to preserve some holy chi. But now, Ningyu had seen through it. Ouyang Luan had no choice but to swallow the only jade bottle he had left. Voila! As soon as the jade bottle entered his stomach, Ouyang Luan's body exuded a powerful energy wave. What a waste of resources, forcing me to kill Tsun Takashi in 3 minutes. Ouyang Luan did not dare to show his displeasure to Ningyu, so he could only vent his anger on Tsun Takashi. This time, Tsun Takashi was doomed. He had been suppressed by Ouyang Luan in the first place, and now that Ouyang Luan's strength had increased, it was already certain that he would be killed. Hong Long. Ling Han's strength was slightly stronger than Ling Hu's. If there was a thin layer of paper between Ling Hu and the middle stage of the creation tier, then the gap between Ling Han and the middle stage of the creation tier was only a thin membrane. In other words, if Ling Han wanted to, he could even break through to the middle stage of the creation tier on the spot. Ha! You two pieces of trash want to kill me? I have to say, you two are thinking too much. Ling Han threw out a punch and laughed madly. Ling Han, it's not that we're thinking too much, but you're thinking too much. Just as Ling Han was about to say something, Ningyu sped over from afar and said, if you continue to be stubborn, you'll end up like Ling Hu. Ling Hu. Hearing this, Ling Han raised an eyebrow and hurriedly shifted his gaze to the other side. Seeing that Ling Hu was only left with a skeleton, Ling Han's expression instantly darkened and all color drained from his face. If the two-horned beasts and Headmaster Mu are no match for you, and with me on your side, what do you think your chances of winning are? Ningyu continued, if you know what's good for you, surrender as soon as possible. That way, you'll still have a chance of survival. Otherwise, I'll let you know what cruelty is. Very well. At this moment, Ling Han suddenly calmed down, so calm that it was a little scary. There was no joy or sorrow on his face, as if Ling Hu's death had nothing to do with him. He said calmly, I originally didn't want to be so cruel, but since you two insist on forcing me, it looks like I have no other choice. Shua. As the last word fell, Ling Han flicked his sleeve, and a white alchemical pill instantly appeared in his hand. Ling Han did not hesitate, and directly put the alchemical pill into his mouth and chewed. Pung, pung, pung. As the alchemical pill entered his stomach, Ling Han felt as if he had been struck by something, and several muffled sounds came from his body. Not good, quickly stop him. Ling Han's condition caused Ningyu's expression to change greatly, and he hurriedly said, Ling Han wants to advance to the middle stage of creation tier. No matter what, we can't let him succeed. Otherwise, the consequences will be unthinkable. Pill Spirit Palm. Mu Feng's eyes shone brightly, and he gathered his spiritual power and origin chi on his wrist and shot out a palm strike. Roar! The two-horned beast did not just sit and wait for death. He raised his head and roared, and instantly, an earth-shattering sound rang out, its penetrating power extremely loud. Palm of life and death. As for Ningyu, he did not remain idle, either. His wrist quickly formed a seal, and a blood-red palm print appeared. On the other side, old ancestor Jiu Mo saw Ling Han's actions and shouted loudly, Go, we must stop Ling Han. The numerous elders of Danwu College saw old ancestor Jiu Mo make a move and could only follow closely behind, joining the battle. With the addition of so many people, Ling Han was completely suppressed. Pooh! In fact, Ling Han could not withstand the pressure of the numerous techniques and auras, and spat out a large mouthful of blood. Blood sacrifice technique. Ling Han naturally would not foolishly wait for death. He forcibly forced out a few drops of blood essence, and his hands grabbed at the air, and in the blink of an eye, shot out a palm print. Scattering wave palm. Voila! As Ling Han shouted, the first palm print covered the blood essence that he had forced out and attacked the others. However, after this palm print absorbed the blood essence, it split into two into four into five. In a short few seconds, the first palm print had become a total of several dozen. The target of each palm print was very clear, and they were all aimed at an elder of Danwu College. Piu. Even though the palm print had split into several dozen, its might could not be underestimated. None of the elders of Danwu College, including old ancestor Jiu Mo, could dodge the palm print, and all of them were struck in the chest. Chapter 726. Strive to be a deserter rumble. Ling Han had just left when the void he was in was bombarded by the techniques of Ningyu and the others, and a series of explosions erupted. Kacha! At the same time, the void on the other side suddenly split open and a figure walked out. The figure seemed slow, but in an instant, it arrived in front of Ningyu. Sensing the powerful aura emanating from Ling Han, Ningyu's heart sank to the bottom. Middle stage of the blessed realm. Indeed, just as Ling Han had said, he had advanced to the middle stage of the creation tier. There is a huge difference between the middle stage of the creation realm and the early stage of the creation realm. It could be said that after advancing to the middle stage of the creation tier, Ling Han's battle prowess had at least doubled, or even more. The last time Ningyu had killed the Black Robe Cultivator in the middle stage of Fate tier, he had relied on the Emperor tier aura that had erupted from the Red Demon Sword when it had advanced to Emperor tier. This time, if he wanted to kill Ling Han in the middle stage of Fate tier, it would be even more difficult than ascending to the heavens. Say something. Aren't you arrogant? Why aren't you talking? Ling Han touched his forehead and made a pose that he thought was very handsome. He said, I've said before that the Blood God Palace won't kill innocent people. How about this? I'll give you a chance to live. At this point, Ling Han's eyes turned, as if he was thinking about what kind of opportunity he should give Ningyu. Suddenly, the corners of Ling Han's lips curled up into a sinister smile, and he said, Kneel down, kowtow a few times, then lie down like a dog and walk one round around Donwu College. If you do that, I could consider sparing your dog life. Huh! Ling Han's mocking words were like a slap to his face, causing him to be on the verge of exploding with rage. He was already so arrogant after advancing to the middle stage of the creation realm. What would happen if he advanced to the late stage of the creation realm and advanced to the supremacy realm? Seeing that Ningyu didn't answer him, Ling Han immediately rose from the ground and charged straight at Ningyu. Yo, you're not willing, right? Whoosh! However, just as Ling Han was about to reach Ningyu's side, he suddenly changed his direction and charged towards the twin-horned beast. Seeing Ling Han charge towards it, the twin-horned beast's expression changed drastically, and it hurriedly retreated. However, Ling Han, who had advanced to the middle stage of the creation tier, was clearly much faster than before. The twin-horned beast was only a demonic beast half a step into the manifestation state. Naturally, it would not be able to escape his claws. Crack! In the next instant, a clear voice rang out in the area. Ah! Immediately after, the twin-horned beast let out a hysterical scream. The two horns, which had already been injured in the first place, were struck by Ling Han again and directly broke into two halves. Damn it! Ningyu clenched his fists tightly when he saw the miserable state of the twin-horned beast, trying to think of a countermeasure. However, just as Ningyu was thinking of countermeasures, Ling Han attacked again. This time, Ling Han's target was not the two-horned beasts, but Mu Feng. Ling Han also knew that Ningyu was the most difficult to deal with, so he decided to deal with the twin-horned beast and Mu Feng first. Finally, he would compete with Ningyu. Ling Han's idea gave Ningyu plenty of time to think. If Ling Han killed Ningyu right from the start, then Ningyu would definitely not be able to hold on for long. His ending would definitely be even more miserable than the twin-horned beasts. Crack! At first, Mu Feng still wanted to block, but Ling Han did not give him the chance. Mu Feng did not even see how Ling Han had attacked. His knees were kicked, and he knelt on the ground. Ningyu, how was it? Was it very exciting? Ling Han asked sinisterly after heavily injuring the twin-horned beast and Mu Feng. Very exciting. Indeed, very exciting. Ningyu took a deep breath and said calmly, If you think you can kill me like this, I can tell you that you are too naive. Ha ha ha. Ling Han looked as if he had heard the funniest joke in the world. He threw his head back and laughed loudly. Then his tone changed, and he said coldly, Just because of what you said, I will kill you, and then cut off the flesh on your body piece by piece. I will let you have a good time. If you want to kill Ningyu, you must first pass through me. At this moment, a figure approached from afar, and in the blink of an eye, arrived beside Ningyu. I was wondering who it was. So it is the ancestor of the imperial family, Oyanglun. Looking at the figure that suddenly appeared, Ling Han smiled calmly and said, "Don't worry, I will satisfy your request." As the word request fell, Ling Han's body gradually disappeared, merging into the void. After 1 second, Ling Han appeared on Ouyang Luan's left. Pung! Ling Han's attack was extremely fast. Ouyang Luan did not even have time to react before he was hit in the shoulder, and his body fell straight back. At first, Ouyang Luan's domineering appearance gave the elders of Danwu College a misconception. After all, Mu Feng and the two-horned beasts had been defeated, and Ouyang Luan dared to challenge Ling Han, so he most likely had some ability. Who would have thought that Ouyang Luan would be defeated in one move, and completely defeated? An embroidered pillow that looks good, but is useless. Ling Han curled his lips, turned around to look at Ningyu, and said, "There's a path to heaven, but you refuse to take it, and there is no door to hell, yet you insist on barging in. Looks like I have to make you pay the price." Kneel down like a dog. Wait, don't pretend. Actually, I'm not afraid of you. Ningyu waved his hand, interrupting Ling Han's words, and said calmly, "Your cultivation level is only slightly higher than mine. In other aspects, there is no difference between us." "Oh, no difference?" Ling Han did not get angry, and instead smiled evilly and said, "You are indeed very arrogant. It's not that I'm arrogant, but you really don't have the ability." Ningyu curled his lips and said, "Do you dare to exchange a palm strike with me? Are you sure you want to exchange a palm strike with me?" Ling Han did not know what he was captivated by. He pondered for a moment, and then agreed to Ningyu's strange request. Life and death palm. Ling Han had just agreed to Ningyu's request when Ningyu flipped his wrist, and a violent fluctuation of origin chi was instantly pushed out. F***CK. As expected, you have some skill. No wonder you want to exchange a palm strike with me. Feeling the origin chi contained in Ningyu's palm, Ling Han's heart became a little heavy, because he discovered that the origin chi in Ningyu's palm was enough to match an ordinary half-step creation tier, or even an early-stage creation tier martial artist. Although Ling Han's heart was a little heavy, that was all. He did not believe that Ningyu could contend against him. Blood God's palm. Just when Ningyu was 20 centimeters away from Ling Han's right fist turned into a palm and directly pushed out. Ling Han was also afraid that Ningyu would play some kind of trick, so he used 100% of his strength in this palm strike. In Ling Han's opinion, a palm strike with all his strength could even kill an early-stage creation tier martial artist, not to mention Ningyu. Chi. Because the palm strike was fast, the friction between Ling Han's palm and the void created a chi sound. Ningyu actually dared to exchange a palm strike with Ling Han. Could it be that he has some trump card? I'm not sure. Maybe he has a trump card. Trump card my ass. According to my estimation, Ningyu will definitely be killed. In the crowd, an elder at the peak stage of Yin-Yang tier shouted in a low voice, "We can't wait for death like idiots. We'd better leave the Forbidden Land, leave Danwu College, leave the capital, run as far as we can. Yes, let's go quickly. It'll be too late if we're late. We can't die without knowing why." Voila! You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.